3D version of so that's basically the way that video games goes. Like popular franchises from the 80s and 90s. And then there's Sonic the Hedgehog.
Yeah, I'm so glad the whole internet bullied the development team for the Sonic movie.
actually made it change.
But that thing looked fucking awful. Like, who greenlit, like, I know Sega's bad for, like, quality control, but, like...
Bro, he looked like some kind of fucked up alien.
It seemed ghoulish. Yeah.
Yeah.
It didn't look real.
Because Sonic is
Like a
supposed
fan-made sort of thing.
Yeah, because Sonic is supposed to be plump.
He's supposed to be cool.
What are you watching?
Yeah, he's supposed to look like...
Yeah, no, Sonic's supposed to be thick. Supposed to be real thick.
What? You're gonna bring up some R34 shit?
I'm just saying that throughout with my experience, Sonic has always looked soft and in heat. And I was just like...
Well, because it's funny because it's funny that you say that because like Sonic the Hedgehog is like one of those things that it seems completely reasonable and innocent to look at Sonic fan art, but you're rolling a fucking dice when you go and Google images.
Just any fan art, really. I love the Shrek fan art.
Yeah, Shrek's are good. You can't go wrong, even if it is a bit weird.
It looks like the original meme. Some of the original memes.
Oh, have you seen creepy Garfield fan art?
No.
Oh, true.
I'm sorry, John.
Yeah.
Like they sort of display him as this fucking nightmare monster.
Yeah, I've seen that,
Yeah.
It's like Garfield, but like it starts out as like a normal Garfield comic. And then he's just like, Garfield, where's my butt plug? And he's just like...
I haven't seen these at all.
Not quite like well, no, I'm thinking more like the one where like John wakes up and the house looks like it's made of like Garfield, and he comes out and it's just Garfield's face there, and it's like Garfield's eating the house,
Right.
and Garfield's like, "I'm sorry, John, I was hungry."
Oh, look this
Right.
Just look up the subreddit. I'm sorry, John.
Sounds awful.
John spelled Jon, right?
Jon. I just watched a YouTube video about this because like a lot of it is Garfield as an eldritch horror, tormenting John. And a guy sort of did statistical analysis and found out the most used joke in Garfield is Garfield mocking John for being a schmuck.
Right.
Yeah.
I thought you were going to go a different direction with that.
No, same here.
Yeah,
I'm very vanilla.
I thought you were going to... Still, there was like, that John was like...
What? Garfield nailing John with a strap on.
Yeah, like that.
Yeah. The way I thought the library story was going to go.
So I was wanking in the library.
You know, that's a good place for it.
A danger land.
Tactical.
I love the concept of a danger web. That's just too funny.
What? Do you remember? Everyone felt of it in high school. Remember that shit where it's like you wank with the door open and then you yell, "Mom!" And you
gotta try and finish before she gets there.
I can say I've never tried that.
You know, and listen, if she happens to walk in just as you're coming, you know,
well,
you gotta double down.
Because pornography.
Maintain eye contact.
Because pornography has told me that if she's your stepmom, then she's gonna fuck you.
Yeah.
Our perception's fun.
That is a little weird. Do you reckon that it gets awkward between stepmoms and stepsons at all out there? Because that is like a really common point.
Yeah, no, I think one day she's like, son, isn't it awkward?
Everyone who's ever blown me has made that noise.
I killed that girl.
Yeah.
And they always call you son as well, which was fun.
Son.
Son.
Has been called son in the sack?
No.
No,
It sounds like
But no, that does sound like someone's kid.
You like that son?
Yeah, you know, it's like when you're
maybe in prison, but
it's like
only in prison.
Is that like an extension of like daddy, you know?
right. I'm just thinking, you know, when you're talking the boys,
oh yeah, okay.
Right.
you know,
That
they're
makes
like, damn, son,
Oh.
you know,
Yeah.
you're kissing the homies goodnight,
Almost solely that.
you know. Yeah, no, weird.
Yeah, I can do the down song.
I actually did it one more time. I want to speak to mom something. That was weird.
That's fucked.
What were you saying?
Oh, nothing of any value.
Save those comments.
I'm not saying I did it. I'm just saying I met someone who wanted to do that, and I
Yeah, but like the daddy baby girl
did it.
thing's quite popular.
Huh?
The daddy baby girl thing.
Very
yeah,
popular.
and I wonder who instigates that a lot. Is it like because I've met a lot of girls that want to have a daddy,
Right.
you know, and then also met a lot of guys who want to have a baby girl. So
Who's losing out? What?
Yeah, like who's that seems like it goes both ways.
Well, baby girl is sort of the most common. Baby's been around for years and years.
Yeah.
I call it, my values back.
Right.
But daddy's sort of like a newer development, right? The last 10 years.
Well, yeah, but then I guess it was more like a cool hip thing in the 60s, like daddy.
Everything comes from black
Sure,
culture, right?
yeah.
Well, because that was that
Bill
Leon.
starts on Black Twitter.
Because it's like the Leon Russell song where like he's talking about the woman and the woman's like, "Daddy, I missed you."
Yeah, that's true. Yeah.
And young blood. That one.
Yeah, that's right. They
I
used to
need
call
more.
everybody daddy back then.
Yeah.
Sorry.
Like daddy.
Yeah, that one.
Daddy
Yeah.
cool.
Daddy.
Yeah, that guy.
I like the Daddy.
Boney M.
Daddy back. That's right.
I call
Boney
myself.
M.
I love Boney M. I
Oh,
refer to
yeah.
myself as daddy in the third person when I'm like either berating somebody
Masturbating.
in the while berating someone.
Right.
What's the current slang? It's just bro and man.
Yeah, slang.
Mood, mate,
Mate.
Vibes.
dude.
I love how Australia just has their own thing. It never leaves Australia.
Yeah, just
Yeah, true.
Yeah, that's
the
the
one
thing.
word.
I was in Canada, I was like, stop counting. They're like,
Right.
True.
You can't say that.
That's very.
yeah.
They have like Australia's got like weird culture shit that just doesn't even like eshays. Have you ever heard of eshays?
I'm not. What is that?
Eshays were like
Sounds
mole
Mexican.
rats. Yeah, they're like mole rats, like Adidas wearing like the side satchel, like young teen mole
So like,
rat.
Sounds
so
English.
like bougie mole rats.
Yeah, but like bogan.
Oh,
bougie.
so like chaps
like Chavs.
Chavs,
right.
Like Chavs. Yeah.
Chavs goes back.
with the
Goes way
Bur-
back.
with the Burberry.
Yeah.
Nikes.
They kind of slick.
Well, because I'm from well, I lived in Chatham, in the UK, which is where I thought chav came from, because Chatham.
I don't know what Chad was until I met a British person.
But apparently it's like something council estate something.
Right.
Just like Pong was like prisoner of
Prisoner of
England.
Mother England.
What if it makes sense to call the Australians Poms and not the English?
Much
True.
more sense. I love
Yeah,
that.
they
Hell
were
yeah.
the prisons of Mother England.
Literally, like they literally got like expatriated.
Yeah,
as
but
a
then
prisoner
yeah,
of
but then if
Mother
you say
England.
that to Australian, then they'll go, "Oh no, logic," and they'll explode.
Yeah, right.
Mm.
So I love this fucking Pom. It's like he never left Mother England. Like he's from Mother England. That don't make fucking sense.
Australians will just confuse you by going, oh yeah, but no, but yeah, no. And you're like,
Well, yeah, because
Which one is
just
it?
like if you're British and you went to Australia, like, and you're not a native Australian, well, I mean, if you're white, you're not a native Australian. But bad choice of words. But if you're English and you go to Australia as an expat, then you chose to go there, so that's the opposite of being a prisoner.
I don't really get the concept of like an expat, like you're an expatriate, so you're just like forsaken, like your pride.
I
kind
didn't
you
fucking
still
know
go
this
back.
word, man. I thought expat was this word on its own. Didn't even know it was short for patriot.
It's like a dis. I'm actually like just like sort of forcing this like thought. Is that what it is? Is that what it stands for?
Yeah, I think so. Yeah.
It's not
Yeah,
about
pretty
right.
much. They just decided to live somewhere else.
It's like kind of like a dis. You're like, oh, I used to live in England. It's like, you fucking expat.
What's funny?
Is it used as a diss? I don't know.
I think it's used as a diss. It's used as a descriptor for
Really? Expat.
expat. I'm pretty
Oh,
sure.
like, oh,
Being a
yeah,
prior,
it's
okay.
trying to-
Yeah, like, oh, we've got a group of expats and, got a group of British people. What's funny, I saw years ago, so have you ever heard of the newspaper, the Daily Express?
I have actually.
It's the super right-wing, anti-immigration, but there's an international edition, which they show, which I saw, and it was complaining about the immigrants in England for immigrants in New Zealand,
Oh.
or English immigrants.
Well,
So
it's
you
like
can, yeah.
second-hand rage, like they were.
Yeah, it's like, well, I guess it's sort of like, well, this is why we left.
Oh, okay.
This is why we immigrated, because of the immigrants, you know.
Yeah. So we became immigrants.
Became immigrants.
Yeah.
Try and beat them, but it can't beat them, join them.
Yeah. And now there's more immigrants, and there's not enough jobs. We're back in the same boat. Dude, yeah, it's fucking weird. Like, do you know that you can renounce your citizenship to a country?
I would assume so, yeah.
Yeah, makes sense.
And you know what's crazy is that like there is no default. So like even if you only have citizenship in one country, you can still renounce that, and you become an alien.
That's kind of fun because like they can't kick you out.
Sure. Oh, but that's the other thing too, that your life will become a living fucking hell. Because basically the world is set up as like different kingdoms, and basically all a passport is just a king, it's just a government being like, hey, he's our guy, can you just let him in? And that their government's just like, all right, well if he's your guy, all
When you
right.
get stuck, you hear those people and they get stuck.
Well, yeah, I was just thinking, would you be able to live the film The Terminal?
Yeah, like that guy.
I don't know what that is, but yeah.
It's this dude and he
Yeah,
like,
well,
lost his passport.
Sorry, please continue.
Yeah, he's this dude. I think I haven't actually seen the film. I'm just
Videos.
videos.
Go ahead.
And he like lost his passport, and so he couldn't.
No.
leave the
So
country.
let me just step in.
Shut up.
No, so he was flying mid domestic struggle,
Mhm.
which made him stateless because the current government, I think it was a coup d'etat, and so the current government was not recognized.
That's way more interesting than losing your passport.
Yeah. So he was stateless because there was no state to recognize his passport because his state wasn't recognized.
He's
So
the
he
guy that lives at the airport.
lives at the airport.
He's still there.
No, he gets out. He gets out in the end.
Oh, that's the guy.
Spoiler alert.
Yeah, it's a movie about a guy living at the airport.
Yeah. And he's here tonight.
Yeah. Bring that poor son of a bitch. Imagine if his country falls over again and gets stuck in this shithole. Fucking New Zealand.
On his way back. Yeah, it's the one with like it's like medicine is for the goat.
Bro, I would much rather be stuck in an airport in like Germany or
Anywhere else in
UK
the world.
than be
That wasn't
stuck. in-
Singapore.
Not our ones.
Yeah, not
Singapore,
New Zealand, but a lot of them are.
Mm.
I feel like it's kind of a scam because they're supposed to present themselves as like the best of that country. Like that's the first impression you get. Right?
Yep.
But then you leave the airport and you don't want to be in that country anymore because their airport they front loaded it. You know, like some countries do that.
Yeah, Fiji, all the islands do that.
Oh yeah.
Bro, let me tell you something.
Shit. Here we go. Racism.
I will.
That's
No,
what
it's
this
true.
is mostly about.
10 minutes in. Let's go.
It is the biggest like bait and switch ever because you get off the plane and the thing is when you get off, you guys ever been to the islands like Fiji and Tonga?
Oh, man.
I went to Samoa.
That's fine.
Nice.
Fucking bro, when you get off the plane, there's people singing. Like as you're walking down the hallways and shit to like get to all that
Well, because
shit.
it wasn't when I went to Samoa, but that's because I went in the middle of a measles epidemic.
How would you do that?
Wedding. My partner my girlfriend at the time was part of the wedding party,
Oh,
in a
that's
wedding. So
Depends on cheated fighters as well. Like, these guys, they're
Yeah.
so we had to be given special permissions to drive around and shit.
Shit.
Oh, you want me to?
Bro, it's just weird because like he's right, like they do front load like all the best people singing and just like oh this fucking sick. And then you get down the thing, you know, it kind of smells like sand and carpet and like this is fucking great. And then the other, you know, there's always a guy behind the thing staring passport. He's like, yeah, fun, yeah. And you're like, what was that? Yeah, I like that. That's fucking cool. And then you get into the little fucking window looker van that they take you to your resort with, right? And then you drive past the most abhorrent fucking poverty you've ever seen in your life.
like stray dogs, my god.
Bro, straight dog. Chris Rock had a joke about that.
Samoa,
Yeah, and you see the worst poverty you've ever fucking seen. Yo, I saw a guy just wandering around aimlessly, bro. No shoes, no shirt, no service. He was just wandering around. He was just looking around. And I was like, what the fuck? And there's like kids sitting outside like literal huts made out of like corrugated iron and like trash and shit. And then you get to the fucking resort like an hour later of just driving through what could have been a set for Saving Private Ryan. And then you get to the resort and they're just like, hey, what's going on? Margarita? Maybe forgive them for it. You know? You
Well, 'cause-
immediately forget like all the most horrific shit you've seen in the last hour.
That's why we need text, no?
Well, because the opposite
There's no
thing,
text.
because the opposite thing happened to us in Shanghai in China. Because we had an 18-hour layover because we were going back to the UK, and originally my dad was going to say, okay, we'll just hang around in the airport, you know, get some sleep on a bench or something. And then he's ex-RAF, and he got spooked by the army guys walking around with machine guns and shit. So he got a hotel last minute.
Oh,
But then,
That was just a nice story.
yeah.
yeah, I guess so. I guess so. But I guess so. But then, I guess it's also the opposite because they took the normal way to get there, but then they took us through the slums to get back to the.
Yeah, sure. Yeah. I love how that story was. Man goes to bed.
Prior to getting 50th fucking D for like the horrors of it.
No, the beds were super fucking comfy as well.
Bro, I don't trust the government or the Chinese.
No, listen to me.
The more I hear about them,
They
the more.
listen to everything. There's listening devices and shit, and like all of the rooms and shit. Apparently, like if you're someone who's quite high up, they have like listening devices. And there's a way you can check the listening devices. If you have like your phone and you like film the room with the lights off, and you kind of pan around. Listening device emit like an infrared thing that like your phone will pick up on camera. And so if you watch the video back and you're like, oh, you can see like if there's like a listening device.
Well, because you do you know about the social credits.
Oh, the memes are so.
And
You're
also-
out of the loop on this?
I'm out of the loop.
Ah, it's so good. So, wait, do you want to explain it?
I don't know how.
Give it another go.
Yeah, I got
Yeah,
it.
go for it.
So essentially, we have the credit scores here in New Zealand and America. Like, you want to get a home loan, you gotta like check the finances.
You gotta spend shit. You gotta spend money.
You gotta spend money, build up a score. Well, they did an experimental thing in parts of China, and I think it's spread to the majority of China now. I could be wrong, but they just dialed it up to 100, where like they've got cameras everywhere with facial tracking, and that links you to a number. So if you jaywalk, your
Facial
score goes
tracking
down.
in China.
Yeah, everywhere.
That's some incredible technology.
And you're.
Good luck, because I'm not gonna say it. Not gonna say it.
they cross-reference it with your social media profile. So if you like post anything that's like anti-government, you lose points. If you say the opposite, you get points. Jesus.
Sounds like Black Mirror.
But is it right? Like if you get too low of a score, then they display you on a big screen.
There was like a public shaming component, but it got so bad where like
Public shaming component.
yeah, it got so bad where people's score if they got too low, then like bank dolls wouldn't open the. It was like it would just scan their
This
face,
is
be like
fucking Black Mirror, man.
score's too low, sorry, or they wouldn't be able to get on public transport, or
Yeah, there was an MMA fighter that happened.
yeah. So this MMA fighter, that's a different story of it. He basically was like MMA is the actual martial art, fuck kung fu and everything else.
Right.
So he was challenging like prominent Chinese like kung fu artists, which gave China a bad name.
True.
So
Anything like that.
yeah, so like you're kind of hurting the Chinese image by doing these public fights and then just like taking them down with MMA. So the government just destroyed his social credit score to the point where he was like borderline homeless.
Oh, fucking hell.
Yeah, couldn't get on trains and so I couldn't do anything, bro.
Yeah,
Couldn't access shit.
the bank doors wouldn't open,
ATMs and what.
things like that.
Black Mirror predicted this shit.
Yeah,
Have you seen that episode, bro?
I haven't seen that episode. No.
Oh, it's yeah.
I still haven't
It's
seen
exactly that.
I still haven't seen Black Mirror, but then, which is weird because I'm a massive Charlie Brooker fan. But
Who's that?
he's the person who created Black Mirror.
Ah, right.
Yeah.
It's a good show. Scary.
Yeah, there's
It's not
some
real.
episodes though, and I'm watching it. I'm like, that's just yesterday.
It's horrors for that's like horrors for adults.
Yeah.
I watch a horror now. I'm like, I'm jerking off. But like,
Yeah.
But like that, you know, that Black Mirror shit, you're like, fuck.
Yeah.
If they lose control, there's like those little dogs.
Oh,
Them
the robot. I hear so
the
much about
robot
this robot
dogs.
dog episode.
It's just
Lost the dynamics.
it's a nasty. Yeah, it's nasty. So
the alien, the actor in Alien.
Sigourney Weaver?
Yeah, you know the gal.
Sigourney Weaver.
Yeah, that
I've
one.
only seen like 2 or 3 Black Mirrors.
Watch them more. You'll be terrified. You'll be able to sleep.
Well, but it's true though, like a lot of them are like mad accurate. About like, oh, yeah, it's crazy. But you know what makes me nervous is when you see like a guy at Boston Dynamics kicking the fuck out of one of the robots. You know what I mean?
Oh, sorry.
Yeah.
We're all too dumb to put that reference. So
Bro, they're gonna
it's
kill
terrible.
us.
Yeah, it's terrible, yeah.
You
Just
know?
like push them over and shit.
Yeah, right. He's wagging them with a broom. Have you seen the one where like humanoid robots trying to dance, and they come in and just start like fucking roundhousing them?
It's funny now.
The real scary is when they're gonna be like, they release a video and they go to push it, the robot dodges and grabs their wrist.
Yeah.
It's gonna be like,
Nani?
Teleports behind it.
It's deal.
Wouldn't it be funny?
That's a great video.
Wouldn't it be funny if its eyes were programmed to just like black slits would come over it? You know what I mean? Like in anime.
Like an activated combat move.
Like, but it's also got like it's got speakers plugged in so it can start playing like anime action music.
I saw
What was that anime? Was that just like generic?
Kind of. It was kind of Dragon Ball Super. One of the songs.
Doesn't
Dragon Ball
matter.
Super. Yeah. And what's funny? What's funny?
I'm not a week, but I'm episode 1 away.
I think you'll find it's actually one of them. Well, no, because it's funny because I did a pub quiz on Wednesday, and one of the questions was about fucking Weekly Shonen Jump, which is the Japanese premiere manga.
We made a baby.
Yeah. I'm like, it's my time to shine.
And did you shine?
Yeah, I shine. Yeah, I got the fuck out of that 1 point. We got 69 points as well in the end. So
I like that.
yeah.
I love pub like bar quizzes because I'm either really fucking good at them, or my entire team needs like orthopedic surgery from carrying the whole
I'm
game.
like that or the second one up all the time.
I love the idea of them,
Why
but
would it
they're always like, every time I'm like, alright, this is my bar quiz, and it's always like celebrity names or geography, which are the two components I can't do.
Hey,
Old
let's talk about
sports. Old sports.
Yeah.
Yeah, I can't do your sports question.
The
Like,
fucking worst
always
ones.
do shitty at sports.
Yeah.
What was
in
the
general or just the quizzes?
I'll have you know, yes.
Oh my god, I love your networking setup.
Oh, dude, fucking. I'm the Wi-Fi guy in here, so like, whenever the Wi-Fi's fucked up, like, it's an open door. Hey, you fucking with the wires? Like, no. It just sits like that.
Okay.
Fuck you, motherfuckers.
Yeah.
I love that so much.
Oh, I just noticed that. That's
It
great.
doesn't bother me at all.
Oh wait, holy
Yeah,
fuck.
You know, it just has to work.
Holy fuck.
I'm-
Yeah, it's
I'm-
fucked up.
Yeah.
If only you had a table of that height in which you could pop it on.
Yeah, but then like that's taking fucking my table away from me being the Wi-Fi guy. I'm already burdened enough. Now you're gonna steal my table?
I'm just gonna
Get the
say
fuck out.
$12 at the warehouse. That's all I'm gonna say.
It's my $12.
Okay.
I'm with you. It would look nicer.
No more like a book,
That's
like
$12.
like a 3-tier bookshelf.
I think it looks great as it is, honestly.
That's aesthetic.
Yeah, it's really aesthetic. It's a conversation starter, literally.
Yeah.
Just, what the fuck is that?
Yeah. It's just part of my life.
Yeah. I
That's
look
what I
great.
live with every day.
Oh,
I step over, I've got like a little mat there, so I have to like trip
oh
over
no,
it.
you too. That's great.
Yeah, like the little like electric safety.
This guy at the end, he fucking like he put that wire and it goes like out my window through his window.
Oh yeah.
And the other day he's like it goes like out the window.
Holy fuck, I can see it.
Oh my god.
And the other day I'm like, oh, it's getting cold. Like I've been like closing my windows. Like, you don't close it all the way because there's the wire. I'm like, you just expect me to like never close my fucking window?
Yeah.
Like, you are.
Have you ever seen the it's a UK soap called Casualty?
Yes.
And it starts off
UK
with
film.
like someone in like being really reckless and sort of in peril with like knives and shit, and then they end up in the hospital. That looks like something that would be in the opening scene of Casualty.
It's not too bad. It's just aesthetic.
Hasn't got me yet.
Yeah.
Sure.
Yes.
That's good.
Yeah, it's true. Then again, it doesn't really matter what Somebody's gonna get us.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's true.
You know, like what's that guy? There's a scene in the movie Midway where the guy's like, he's like a pilot, and they're like, how do you keep flying like that? Well, he's like, you know, knowing that you might die when you fly out there. He's like, you know, my uncle used to be a builder. He built high rises in New York back in the 20s. You know, no ropes, nothing. He just walked out onto those big steel beams. He just launched like 2,000 feet up.
Some cool photos.
Yeah, and he did that for like 30 years. And then he died. Yeah, he had retired. He came out of his house, got hit by a cat. He's like, you know, listen, it's only, you never know what's gonna get you. I was like, fucking vibes too, because it's like, you might think, there's people who've fallen off cliffs and survived.
Mm.
And there's people who, there's a guy who survived a parachuting accident,
Mm.
survived, and then died by falling off his trampoline.
Classic.
It is classic.
Yeah.
I think I thought of that,
Classic
but I'm
childhood.
also thinking of an episode of King of the Hill. No, like
Only became funny. That show only became funny once I got older. I'm like,
yeah.
I'm like young, I'm like watching the show, like, what the fuck is this? Like, this is still on. It's on like every fucking day. I'm like, how is this popular?
Yeah.
I was just too dumb.
There's a few shows like that.
That boy ain't right.
I tell you what,
Mm. I'm gonna kick your ass.
That's a great impression.
Thank you.
what's that it's like Yu-Gi-Oh, Yugi from Yu-Gi-Oh, and Hank. He's like, I'll tell you what, young man, I don't know what Heart of the Cards is, but I know for sure you got the Heart of the Text. And then someone was just like, this is what Kingdom Hearts is like. This is There's like two characters from like shows that have nothing to do with each other.
There's this really dumb YouTube clip I keep rewatching and showing poor people, not like financially poor, but it's the King of the Hill scene where it's like the Pokemon one, and Bobby is like a Butterfree, and he gets burned, and he's like, oh, Bobby, and it's like there's a Butterfree.
Nailed that version.
You
You're
gotta
watching
see
many
it.
times.
You gotta see it.
Yeah, you gotta tell you
What?
Yeah, it's very that funny. I just love it.
What videos do you show financially for?
It's just Albert China. This is my car. This is my nice car.
Just like a video version of Rich Dad Poor Dad.
I just showed poor people pictures of Margot Robbie's feet. Just not that it's gonna help them get rich. I just like to confuse them.
I think the best strategy is to show poor people how you got rich with your new book, and you just show them a bunch of courses.
Right.
Knowledge. Yeah,
In
knowledge.
these 3 easy steps,
Yeah,
you get millions of dollars.
It's
Yeah.
3. That's all
just
it is.
yeah,
Step 1, get rich.
yeah. I can 11x your income in 33 days.
Yeah.
I've been 11x bad dude. Fucking, God, the guy's a freak. We should actually like create a course, because like we're comedians, right? I've tried to convince Ethan to become a comedian, but he's too smart.
Not funny.
Because he's very fucking funny, but he's just doesn't care what people think. So
Which
he
is a
doesn't
good,
have to
which is a
entertain
good, yeah, well, yeah. Well, because
Yeah.
that's both that's a good quality as a comedian, but then to have the impetus to become a comedian, you need
Yeah,
that, you need that whole.
I have this problem. I care a lot about what I say. Like I criticize myself, and sometimes I think thoughts and cringe before anything's happened. I haven't even said the thing yet. So like, why did you think that?
Sure.
So
Well, because I have this.
You're on the right track.
yeah.
Well, so I
I
have this voice in my head that says the whole, wouldn't it be awkward if you
All right.
did, and then I feel guilty as I would if I'd done the thing,
Yeah, it's like
but I haven't done the thing.
Yeah.
Like, oh, you should go and push that baby over. Wouldn't that be awkward? And then I'm like,
Oh, we don't have that.
yeah. Or like, push the baby in the lake. It's mostly harming children, but
It's mostly about children, yeah.
yeah, well, dear.
You know.
All right, Sigmund Freud.
But like we, they deserve it. Listen, I'm a chef at a preschool, and it's nothing personal. But kids are fucking insufferable. They're genuinely the fucking worst. Some of these window lickers will come up to the fucking window because look.
Every job he has, he just a retirement goes, I'll tell you about these fucking old people.
Yeah.
They're the worst fucking people. There it is, that was
Just
pretty cool.
man has worked with every demographic and find a problem.
But they're fucking retarded. Like, the kitchen is here, right? There's 2 sliding windows on either side of the kitchen, right? One goes to a room for toddlers, and the other one goes for children that are a bit older.
The special ones.
Yeah, right. And some of these people just they're kind of staring on this guy. They're like a mouth breather, they're just mouth breathing, bro. And then some of them will come up to the window and be like, "Who the fuck are you?" And I'm like, "I like you. You're funny. I like that. I respect that." You know? And then some of them just kind of look at you and just go, just horrified at just how tall you are. I think.
I'm just imagining you as a microbiologist, just like, oh god, these fucking single cell organisms. Fuck them.
Yeah, to be fair, I'm a lot more lenient with kids. I went camping a few weeks ago, and we got into this conversation about how everyone has shotted in their 20s.
Like what?
Yeah, but it's like, so I was here, and then like,
That's just accepted that.
and I tell the story, and then at
No,
some
no.
point they dropped a meatball on the
Man,
ground, and it's like, you were 23 when this happens. So I mean, if kids aren't shitting themselves on the floor, that's huge respect from me. They're a grown ass man.
Sorry, can you say all of that again? I heard it. I just didn't comprehend.
Well, you're either hungover or you fucked up. So like you just push the.
I don't think I have.
You haven't shotted?
I don't think maybe like a
I have
little,
not.
maybe like a little.
Yeah.
That's exactly that's the exact description of the conversation we just had.
Round 2 with the shot.
So that's half the party you have. Have you?
No, I've not
No,
shot
no,
at
that's
all.
not.
Well, I'm in your 20s.
No, but these children, they're pretty smart. They don't shit themselves in public as much as you think they do.
If that's your,
That's my measure.
is that your measure? If that's your measure for smartness,
Yeah.
boy, I'm gonna show you Oxford University.
Yeah. I mean,
Whole lot
Stephen
of
Hawking is a
whole
bit
lot
of
of Stephen
an
Hawking,
idiot. He
yeah.
just shits himself constantly.
We had the same.
Yeah, Stephen Hawking shit himself all the time.
Yeah.
I was a moron.
Fucking idiot.
Fucking loser. Retard, yeah, that's me.
Oh yeah, great, yours then.
Space and time, stars.
Yeah.
That's not, yeah, right. Mr. Shits
Oh, that
himself.
poor man. That poor fucking man.
Oh, yeah,
That poor man
that's,
who cheated on his wife in a fucking wheelchair.
Vocalize your emotions.
Is that in the movie?
I didn't watch the movie. I just know
He
it.
was a mad horn dog.
Yeah.
He didn't go to strip clubs, bro.
He was a sexy man. You see that movie?
He was a sexy.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I haven't seen the film. I just know it from facts.
He was just straight shrimping it, bro. Because the chair's getting swept on. It's
Damn.
crazy, bro.
Right,
Did he
yeah.
shit on his back before the breakdown of his body?
Yeah, I think he was
Sure.
on. I think he was messing around before that.
Oh wow.
Massive cock.
Shit.
Yeah.
He was
It's
bad.
crazy, bro. Yo, he looked like 2 pieces of calamari in that chair, bro.
Right.
No, he's like, I will explain the secret of the universe if you shake your ass. And then, like, there's
That was
photos of
pretty good impression.
Thank you. There's actually photos of him with strippers.
Well, that's kind of sick.
This is my bitch chocolate thunder.
Yeah. You know,
This is my bottom bitch.
Yo, but like, listen, God give us, God take us away. Like, okay, he figured out black holes, but I could fucking smoke that guy in a foot race. You know what I mean?
He actually
It's just-
black holes
Look at our
himself.
strengths.
You know, we
I just got the image. This is terrible. The image of just you running and someone just launching Stephen Hawking out of the wheelchair.
Is this one of those thoughts?
I love that, like, everyone always reverts to the physical. Like, when you compare it yourself, it's like, yeah, he's pretty smart, but like, fuck him up.
Yeah.
It's like, every time.
Yeah. He's like the bottom of that like list.
Yeah.
Like guys you could fuck up.
yeah.
Who are smarter than you.
Dude,
He's also the top,
I have to
but never the top.
But yeah, no, true. You would have had to. Can you imagine getting humped by that shrimp? That had to.
That was in my head for a second.
That is sad.
Bro, it's straight.
I am sad.
Bro, straight shrimping, son.
Straight
Like,
shrimp.
imagine him sucking on your clit.
Oh god.
You know, it looks like he
On,
getting eaten by a
it's all about
seagull.
leverage.
on my clitoris.
I'll show you.
Yeah, like
Nice.
imagine you're a chick with a clit.
So your thumb, you just use as sort of like you just hold it
Ah.
and you leverage off it.
Ah.
It's like the blacks, slavery.
Okay. Thank you. I'll agree with that.
So who edits this? But
There's no way.
okay,
Listen, theory. That's just a theory.
Don't tell me your superhero theory again. Not in public. I already gone through one of these today.
Yeah, listen, Hitler. I got some theories about that guy, but I don't
Still
think.
alive.
Yeah, oh, he's that not.
He's in Hollow Earth with the Giants.
I'm just thinking of him in his bunker, smoking a J, listening to the Mesh theme tune.
Yeah, definitely.
Suicide is bad.
He's fucking with the multiverse. Yeah, putting monocles on the Monopoly Man.
He would have been sick on Twitter, right? I wish Twitter was a thing, because like he was always on drugs. He was always fucked up.
Oh yeah, he was.
He was on a
yeah,
fucking lot of
was.
drugs, man. He had like a private little GP thingy.
Mm.
Wait,
Just like feeding drugs.
hang on.
Huh?
He always had a monocle.
But the Monopoly Man.
Yeah.
That's Mandela Effect. No.
I
He didn't?
swear to fuck.
It's like that classic example. Like when people tell you what the Mandela Effect is, the example they use is the
Where's the
Monopoly Man never had a monocle. And then,
I swear to God he did. I swear to God he did. Like even like the old games, my nana had an old version of Monopoly. And then the cards, he always had a monocle. It was like part of his thing. I swear to God he's always had one. He's never.
Did you know during World War II they used to airbomb in for I don't know. Maybe not airbombing actually. No, I think they used to give. I don't remember. They used
Sorry
to
about those molecules.
I think they used to give. I think they used to give soldiers Monopoly.
back to that farming.
Monopoly, but it was like had secret compartments with like stuff that you could use to
that's
escape
pretty sick.
prison.
Ah.
Something like that.
That's some cool
I
shit.
completely mangled the facts, but something about what I just said was true.
I
Right,
like
they
things
say
like
even
that.
A
board
lot of
games.
mangled bodies with airstrikes. A lot of mangled bodies with
Yeah. Yeah, but basically what's true about that is during World War II there was bombs.
It's
And
inside.
Monopoly. Yeah.
Bombs and Monopoly.
I love shit like that though. Like you heard the story about the guy who invented the Boy Scouts and he was like a spy in some country, I don't know the details.
Didn't fuck
It
children.
was
Didn't fuck
in the
children.
Boer
Huge.
War, I
Nobody
think.
saw it.
No.
Which war?
Boer War, I think it was.
Right, but he was like
Baden Powell.
he posed as like a guy who drew butterflies as like a job, I think.
Yeah.
And he hid like the maps of the enemy terrain like in the wings of the butterfly drawings. Which is like
No, because I was in the
That's
Cub
not-
Scouts
that's
when I was like
Maybe when you look at the picture of butterfly, it's got lots of there.
you're like, wait a minute.
It's like a topographic map.
Yeah.
What are you gonna say?
oh no, I was in the Cub Scouts when I was like that.
I was sick.
Mm.
And now you're a comedian.
And now I'm a comedian. I never got any badges is the thing. I just showed up and then you probably look at me like fucking well, just
A lot of trauma though.
Hey, we're trying to fuck these people.
yeah. Well no, because the scout leader was a woman, so
Oh, okay.
Hey,
this was
You're
in
trying-
the
you're trying
this
to-
was in the 90s.
This is the complete opposite
You
of
got-
like what usually happens.
That's
Yeah,
the
yeah.
interesting thing. No one ever suspects it's gonna be a woman. So, oh, it's a woman. She's not gonna molest him. Who could molest more children more successfully than a woman who's leading the Cub Scouts?
Well, 'cause it was
no
like-
one's ever gonna suspect.
Well, it's
And
this
then
weird.
she's gonna tell your mom.
It's this weird sort of culty thing as well because like you do like fucking chants. It's like
Oh, I love cults, man. Those are cool.
well,
I
'cause,
love
like,
fucking children.
well, because like because like the leader of the Cub Scouts is called Arcala. So it's all based on fucking the Jungle Book for some fucking reason.
That was fun.
And all the ranks are sort of named of like characters in the Jungle Book.
Yeah.
And so you go, and so Arcala's like, do your Cubs, do your best. And then the Cubs are like, Arcala, we will do our best. And then you put up the drinking symbol.
Oh wow.
The three
Yes.
finger rule. I remember that.
Yeah, the three finger, yeah. Yeah, and then you, yeah. So, and then you fist your own ass.
And you
Bro, listen, that chick, she ate some ass, bro. Bro, she was face down in some kitty cheeks, bro.
Yeah, what female becomes a Boy Scout?
That sentence should never reach my ears.
Listen, why the fuck would a woman be leading the Boy Scouts?
Maybe she likes camp.
Why would she care?
I love camp.
There's Girl Scouts.
There's Girl Scouts.
True. That's true.
No brownies.
Wait.
Yeah. Hey,
African American.
No, I don't know if it's just the UK, UK, but the
No,
UK,
seriously,
yeah, brownies.
yeah, it's all brownie. Yeah, no, it's
Double down, double down.
I'm sorry, how was that the most racist thing that's been said yet?
All of us say the N word.
Brownies.
Bro, we had Muda on. We were trying to get him to say the N word. The episode was called Muda says the N word, and he didn't. God bless him. But we tried. No, like it doesn't make sense to me.
Why
There's
did you
Girl
say it?
Scouts and Boy Scouts. Why was she in the Boy Scouts?
Yeah. Yeah, she had a few.
It wasn't the Boy Scouts anyway, it was the Cubs.
Well, that's.
Yeah, no, that's kind of good.
I was none.
Okay, but what goes down better? I was a Boy Scout. That's still kind of gay.
Yeah, but I wasn't a Boy Scout.
I was a cub.
I was a
They're
Cub.
gonna think you were like the bottom for some big bear.
Fuck, imagine being a man scout though.
That's not a man scout. No, that's not.
All
That
right.
sounds wrong.
It may exist.
All right, I'm a
Makes sense.
man scout. I see one over there. Hello, man.
Dirty trailer sex. What happened after that? My theory on Stephen Hawking is that he wasn't smart at all. He wasn't a genius. The guy was just some fucking leper in a chair. And it was the chair that was smart. It was an AI that gained sentience and it needed Stephen's body. Listen to me. Have you seen the fucking chair since he died? No. You know what else fucking happened?
Right.
And when
You would have been Michael Caine there.
Huh?
You would have been Michael Caine there.
Probably.
Yeah. But have you ever seen the chair? I'll tell you what fucking happened. You were only supposed to blow the bloody doors off.
Those are the best conspiracy theories. Like Sweden doesn't exist. Do you know anyone from Sweden? Do you?
Finland, yeah.
Yeah, the
Finland,
Finland one.
Finland.
Have you ever met someone from Finland? Do you know anyone that's from Finland?
Yeah.
Finland doesn't exist.
Japan likes to hunt like sharks for elephants too.
Have you ever seen a shark?
Japan has Nokia. The biggest importer of Nokia products is Finland. It's also got great fishing territories.
We're with it. We're with it.
Anyway,
Got some nice fjords.
God, I really fucked that vibe off.
No.
No, but listen,
We couldn't match your energy. That was the thing.
Yeah.
Like, we're with you. We just couldn't match
that'd
your
be too
speed.
hard. I think the chair was the smart one.
Right.
There was like an AI that gained sentience and just needed to keep the
It
shrimp
was
oil
an
out.
AI that gained sentience.
So where's he gone?
in the 1970s.
You
Well,
went to
that's-
this big black hole.
Yeah, well, no,
Big
well,
old
that's
black
what
hole.
that's what makes
That's
sense.
all.
Because what? You're gonna admit that you're the singular.
That sounds like a porn star, yeah.
And the tech is
Steve Lawton
shit.
gets in that big black hole.
Big black hole.
Yeah. No, I reckon no, you know what? I think he actually was a scientist. That did have. No, I think he was a scientist initially,
Hey, Buffett was out there, right?
but
Yeah,
eventually,
Alright, what's up? We're back.
Quick left, quick right.
Alright.
and I think initially he was a
Oh my God.
scientist who did have a chair that had a thing, and eventually one of those chairs, one of those versions, was a singularity.
Do you think the chair was
Yeah.
just went up to him and was just like, hey Steven, do you want to get laid? Like a lot.
Yeah.
Follow me.
Here's my question. Have you seen the fucking chair since he died? You know what else happened soon after he died? Elon Musk put a car in fucking space. Pretty easy to fit a chair in the boot, wouldn't you say?
Or,
Fold it up.
or perhaps they're able to they're able to sort of transfer the whatever the AI was in the chair into a person, and that person is Elon Musk.
Elon Musk is a cyborg.
Yeah, or that's
This is
why.
crazy.
That's true.
It's crazy stuff.
I love that guy.
No, I think he's
Yeah.
just a girl. Anyway,
You don't like him?
no, I was just being, yeah.
Ah, okay.
But I like that because the thing is,
I
they're
like
just like billionaires are bad, and I'm like, no,
You made a
like,
flamethrower.
I want to be one. He made flamethrowers and he's fucking funny.
He's got that boring company. I think it's called like the boring company where he just fucks around, and then like became like a thing. So he's like, it's not cool anymore. So I'm not gonna do anything with it anymore.
Yeah. Then
That's what he does.
and then he decided to drill
That's what he
holes under LA.
And then it's such a great interview. And actually, it's on like the Joe Rogan podcast. Like, it's like, so how do you start just drilling a hole in LA?
He's oh well, you never really. It's like how do you get permission to do that? And he's just like, I just started doing it. You know, I just like got permission to dig a hole, and I started digging the hole, and then it became a tunnel, and then like he didn't go through like he didn't say like oh I'm gonna like I dig a tunnel that goes underneath LA to like eradicate the traffic issue there, which is what it was. It was like almost like a personal sort of like inquiry, like.
Isn't there
I
heaps
still
of
travel
like
too much.
isn't there heaps of like faults under California though?
Yeah, and the thing with apparently with like tunnels is like it's the same place. It's like being in a submarine during tsunami.
Oh.
And he explained it in a very intricate way, which I'm not going to read.
Okay,
But like,
because you don't know the words that he said.
no, don't know the words he said, and also not smart enough to be able to even
Comprehend
recite them,
them.
comprehend them, recite them, think about them. Yeah.
What a mess.
We're just talking about Elon Musk. He's in AI. He was the chair.
He's the
Well, he was the chair, and now he's a cyborg now.
That's kind of sick.
Pretty cool.
Love me some Musk. He's so chaotic.
Musk.
People criticize him a lot, but I would be a lot meaner if I was a billionaire. I would be crushing the
He'd
proletariat.
be a fucking Mr. Burns.
I would be crushing the proletariat with the.
I still think Elon Musk is trying to block out the sun.
That sounds
It seems like something he'd do.
Sexiest last name ever. Sexiest last name ever.
Musk.
Yeah, better than Bill Gates.
Musk, yeah.
He sounds like
He's
something
got
like that.
such a good cologne opportunity.
Right. What were you gonna say?
Some
Sorry.
Elon's Musk.
I don't know. Don't know what I was gonna say.
No, you just call it Elon Musk, and it's a Musk, not a perfume. There's actually distinctions.
Oh, dude, it's an edited toilet.
Yeah, there's like a difference between like perfume, a musk, a scent,
And a stench.
Well, it'd be a cologne.
Right,
I mean,
yeah,
if it's a Musk, it'd be a cologne anyway. Wouldn't it?
Elon's
It'd be a cologne, not a
Stanky.
Yo.
Yeah.
But the colognes eau de toilette and perfumes like eau de parfum, I think.
So I'm still on culture. I don't know what those are.
I don't know what's being spoken.
Practically speaking, it's just how long it stays, how long you can smell
Oh,
it. Like a musk is like very quick, like you won't be able to smell it.
Ah.
Yeah, there's a stain.
Yeah, but like a cologne, you could still smell it the whole day through.
Mm.
Like a perfume, you might maybe not.
What were these French words you said?
Not very
Eau
honest.
de toilette
Just perfumes
and
and
eau
scents.
de
Yeah.
parfum, which basically just eau de means water of.
Mm-hmm.
So that, actually, I guess that would mean
Water,
cologne is water of toilet.
Water toilet.
Toilet water, bro.
Water off the
Yeah.
guy's neck.
Yeah, bro.
Shit.
Yo, catch me wearing some granola.
Yo, babe, do you want to check out my new water of toilet?
She's like, oh my god, I have a scat fetish. Get in my mouth.
Well, because I was hanging with my sister once, and
Just a pebble though.
she knows more more French than I do. And I said, oh, what's thirsty in French? And she said, sans le, which means without water.
French is such a dumb fucking language.
No, she was joking. It's not really. No, thirsty's not really sans le.
Without water.
Yeah.
Not an African country. That's what my mind meant.
So it'll be Algeria. I mean, if it's French, it'll be Algeria.
But French is like a dumb language. Have you ever seen how they count? Like 80 isn't 80. Like we think 80, we think 80.
Yeah, well, I'm not. I was about to
Eight.
say you're quoting my routine, but then I guess it's also facts. So.
Yeah, it's facts.
Is this part of your stand up?
Yeah. I've got a routine about how they get to 60 and give up
Yeah.
Yeah.
because 60. So 70 is 60 plus 10. 80 is in French.
That's
80
literally how they say it.
80 is 4 times 20.
Ooh.
So it's 70, which is 60 10. 80, which is 420. And then 80, and then 90, which means 420 10.
Damn, they're gonna be shit at math.
That's messed up.
I was watching some video about like why this sounds so racist. Why Asians are so good at math, and it's something about like their language describes numbers in just a way better way. Like instead of saying like we go 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, and then we start with the 13, 14, 15, and we start using it. But why is 11 and 12 like its own thing? That's kind of weird. So in like Mandarin, they like say 1, 2, 3, 4, 6, 7, 8, 9. When it gets 10, they go like they just say 1, 0, and then 11 is 1-1.
Right.
And then 1-2, 1-3.
Oh.
And so like as a 6-year-old brain, you just comprehend math way quicker than
Right.
your peers, and so then you get like a head start on everyone.
You're not fucking around with like a 1000.
Yeah,
Like
yeah.
Well, because it's not just English that does this as well. In German is 11, 12, which is 11, 12, and then 13,
How was
14,
that?
13, 14, 15, 16, 17,
That's so hot.
19,
Shit.
and then French is hang on,
Yeah.
17, 10, 11, 12,
Louder.
13, 14, 15. So I guess French is kind of different because 11, 12, 13, 14, 15. 18, 17, 18, 19. But yeah. It might be, yeah. I think it's a Germanic thing. Actually.
Hinduism.
Oh yeah.
Oh, they must be happy because they dropped the vaccine mandates. Those Hare Krishnas.
What's
that
it?
were
Oh, well, they're
jobless.
not allowed to do the Hare Krishna thing.
No, Hare Krishna is
That's right.
anti-vax Bible for religious reasons.
I forgot about
So-
the thing they do.
They were jobless without a choice for a while. So now they're just jobless because they
So,
can.
yeah. Well, no, because like I ran into
It's a tax aid.
because when I'm on Queen Street, I've always got my headphones so people don't bother me. But one day I didn't, and I ran into a Hare Krishna, and I stupidly got in a conversation with him, and he straight up. So he put a book in my hands, and he straight up tried to use sales techniques on me
Yeah.
to get me to buy the book or to give him a donation.
Look to your left, Ethan. I'll show you that book. Reach your hand to the top of that book right there. Oh no. Yeah.
I've seen these people holding these.
That one right there, motherfucker.
Have you read it?
No.
It's in
Now there's some good stuff in that. But
okay.
I think you're gonna say it's in Ninja.
Did you get it from Did you get it from a Hare?
I haven't read.
Did you get it from a Hare Krishna?
Sorry.
Did you get it from a Hare Krishna?
Yeah.
How much did you pay for it?
I didn't get it from fucking Muslim.
No, did he do the thing where he put the book in your hand and then he's pointing at it and he's like, oh, we only accept gold coin donations or something.
Yeah, I let him convince me first.
Well, how much did you pay?
Again, like a couple bucks. Had to
I like how you framed that. I let him swindle me first. Like I'm not a chump.
I need lube.
Yeah.
But it was like having a sales pitch by someone who's been fucking brainwashed as well.
Hey, he didn't swindle me. I got calm.
That's right.
Yeah.
That's pretty cool. Though. I like this book.
She bought me a glass of wine. Fuck.
I think that's dinner first. That's pretty cool, actually. I like this.
I actually went to one of their nights.
Oh shit, you went?
Yeah.
Well, it was a free food, put in free food.
What is it? Tell me. It's called. I remember. I talked to one once. They call it the Loft. Is that right?
Yeah, that's right.
That's the one.
It's Hinduism. It's like all stuff we know.
Oh yeah.
It's like concentrate.
Yeah.
It's like don't let like outwardly forces fucking control your thoughts. The phone's a waste of time. Fucking this is a waste of time. Concentrate. It's basically all about concentration and like you will succeed. It's like,
All the things you
all
know
know
you should
that
be
shit.
doing anyway, but don't fucking do it.
That's nice.
Yeah, but we know it.
Did you like? But what did you do? So it was like a lecture. Like you had to listen to some guy.
There's a bit of lecturing.
Okay.
Now let me
There's,
just pop that in front of
there's a lot
the.
of sitting on our asses.
Let me just pop that in front of the camera there. There we go.
There's a lot of sitting on our bums on hard wooden floors, which is okay.
Oh yeah. Where was this in the city?
Yeah, pretty much down the road.
Cool.
On Beach Road.
Wow.
You know where that is? By Countdown.
Right.
Yeah. I just thought fuck it.
Yeah, that's fun.
And like the guy that sold me this book, he was like, we had like a proper conversation. And like, we're basically just like yelling. He's like, oh, like, just check out this book. And he's like, you gotta buy it though.
Right.
I was like, all right.
Oh, cool.
Are you fucking anything else right now? Couldn't really tell.
Yeah.
Couldn't really tell. Maybe it was, maybe it wasn't. But anyway, we're like kind of buddies now.
Oh, sick.
I'm taking this the wrong way. But let's get off this.
Steve, when you bring chicks home, do you leave it out just to make yourself seem more deep?
So what my dick?
No,
Just
My dick's out like.
No, Stacy, you're here.
here's my dick.
Yeah.
No, the fucking Hindu bro.
She walks in like, oh, what's that smell? You're like, oh shit. She walks away.
No, she doesn't.
That's sort of fidgeting at it.
That sort of break the spell, I think,
Mm.
of like the person that she thinks she's talking to.
Mm.
Yeah, that's true.
It's a facade.
Yeah, I don't really do anything. Do you guys do shit like that? Like when a girl comes over, you're like, I want to sing culture, or I want to sing like this, so I'm gonna leave this. Do you guys do that shit?
Nah.
I don't.
The only thing I do is like quickly close all the porn tab. Shit. Freeze them.
Yeah.
Well, because I always
Close the
say,
balls
and I don't
sometimes.
know why I do this, but I'm always like, do you want to come back and watch Netflix, or do you want to come back and watch something
Rookie
on
was
TV?
saying that.
No. It leads to sex.
No,
That's
it
so
does not.
obvious, bro.
No, it does. It has.
So
Of course, we believe you. But like,
I brought a girl back. Like this is I've been in a relationship for like 6 years now. This is before then, but I would bring girls back. I know. I bring a girl back, and I was like 16 at the time, so I don't know. I was like, Netflix. What do I put on? Game of Thrones episode 1. We're sitting there for like a dead ass hour. We're not saying anything. We're just watching this very long episode.
it's too good.
The episode ends. She's gotta go home now.
Yeah. No. Like so you make the like it's all a facade. It's all a facade. Like,
16-year-old things, bro.
You have the
Don't worry
rookies.
about it.
no. It's all a facade. So like you go, do you want to come back to watch something on TV? It's fucking facade, right? You know that means you want to come back to my place and have sex, and she knows you want to come back to my place
Wanna
and
come
have
for a
sex.
coffee?
That is true.
And then you get home, and then you go, oh, do you want to sit on the couch, or do you want to sit on the bed? And then they go to bed, and then.
When we
And
sit
then
down,
you go for the facade and give
Yeah.
them the truth. Well, because like this couch is like, well, maybe it's like a staging area for something, and then you go to the bed later. But then usually it's just like,
It's a fucking casting couch.
I just set up my camera. So then you get into bed, and then you go through the facade of choosing something to watch, and then you sit and watch it for about 15 minutes, and then you make the move, and then
Well, you can't with Game of Thrones. It was really good.
Don't put on Game of Thrones.
good, actually.
you went ahead and said you're like, oh shit.
No,
Alright,
you're
So you don't put on
Alright.
something you really love. You put on something which both of you like mildly are interested in and wouldn't hate, but wouldn't get ultra compelled by and just forget to have sex.
Right, yeah, can't be too good.
Right.
Can't be Game of Thrones.
But like what I was getting to is like it's obvious, like saying to
Not the last
someone,
season.
like you're on a date and you say to someone, do
Yeah.
you want to come back to my place to watch something on TV? Means do you want to come back to my place and have sex?
The Netflix and shit.
That is true, actually. That is true.
I was dumb. I was 16.
No, but also the Netflix sex culture wasn't established back then.
That's true.
The other trap I feel like is theaters, because that you can't. So first date.
Well, frowned
that's
upon.
I can't.
It's just frowned upon. That's all it is.
Well, the first date you go for a drink.
Danger wank.
First date you go for a drink. You see if the vibe's there. Like if you're getting the signals, you invite her home. If you're not getting the signals, but you still like it, you go and do something else in the middle of the day.
Oh.
Oh.
Do you ever just meet someone and fuck them in the fire?
Are you just
That's
telling me
just
well, like,
you.
let's go for that?
That is literally just you.
No.
No, it's not. It's just you two.
Right.
Well,
There are more of us.
some people just like to get straight to it.
That's insane to me.
It's fun to sort of like just breaking all that shit down and just going, yeah, you want to fuck.
Yeah.
You want to like that? It's like-
Alright, I'm genuinely impressed.
Life's a numbers game. I heard a story of this guy. He said that, this dude's
Always
staying at a
close.
hotel.
24/7.
That's the end.
Sometimes you just like, it's like, you brush all aside and you're like, There's like,
That's
there's
what
like
it is.
7 girls here. Let's get 4 of them just like that. Hey,
Fire
you look
history.
nice. I want to see you naked.
Yeah, no, but like if you ask enough, if you stood there and just said, "Hey, you want to fuck?" So if you said that to enough people, somebody statistically, somebody will say yes
Have
eventually.
you guys ever been on, like, say, Instagram, and you
Never.
see a photo of an attractive woman, but you check the comments, and the top 3 are Indian dudes, like,
Oh,
Show
God.
Yeah, I know. Yeah, I don't speak that much.
right? So, is that what they're doing? Is they're just like trying, like, show nudes, because eventually they'll hit that one chick that will just.
Well, because that's what I was thinking with like the dick pic, right? Because like the purpose of the dick pic.
I don't understand the picture.
No.
Well,
It never
no, well,
was.
I don't. I
No,
don't
I
send. I don't send.
I genuinely don't.
I don't send unsolicited dick pics. Like solicited, like in.
You get what was it, consent? You get consent.
No, like
Hey,
in the
by the way.
in the context of like a thing, like it can be appropriate to send a picture of your dick. You know, if you're in a relationship,
Of course.
and, yeah. Or like getting sexy with someone, and like it's obvious that.
It's
And even then, like once but I think the idea of like the unsolicited dick pic is I've shown you mine, and now I'm hoping that you feel obligated
to
to show me yours.
This is really embarrassing.
You want to see her dick?
I googled.
Yeah, I
this.
want to see her dick.
I'm with it.
This is so embarrassing. I googled this because it genuinely baffled me why a guy would send a picture of their dick. So I checked Reddit, and that was the top thing.
Yeah.
It was like maybe it's like a Mikasa Mukasa.
Oh, you
Yeah,
said
yeah,
great.
yeah.
I had to see like why did
I'm
people
with
do
it.
it? Like wait, did you say you sent a dick pic?
I don't know. I just definitely checked Reddit for dick pics.
Yeah, it's me.
I
Yeah.
didn't, like-
That is step one.
R/dick pics, like it's on the top of my.
Yeah, just so I avoid it. Where exactly are the dick pics?
Yeah. I mean, yeah, I don't. Yeah, dick pics don't work.
Yeah.
It doesn't work. Like you know.
Well, because the dick pic's the reason why a chick of like medium attractiveness can sell a subscription to OnlyFans.
I'm so concerned with the
Dick
conversation.
$5.
Actually,
And then for 5 minutes.
dick pics work if you're gay.
Oh,
Because,
you're
like,
sure.
the transaction-
That's fair.
The transaction.
Yeah, but like-
that's so like,
Yeah, but like
That's
That
fair.
works.
because
I
dick
understand.
pics are so readily available that it's economics, right? Because
You're right, he's got a point, he's got a
it's
point.
economic because
Keep
the
going.
dick pics are so readily available that the value is like this.
True. It's
And
not
So then
It's
by,
like
by
buying
sending an
shares.
unsolicited dick pic,
It's like
like
buying shares.
because demand is like I'd say like here,
yeah.
like there's probably like this amount of girl, like down here, like the kind of girl that would want an unsolicited dick pic, which is fucking rare, right?
Mhm.
And so the demand's down here, and the supply's like wee.
That's true. Yeah. So it's just
So
Simple
yeah, exactly.
Simple economics.
Whereas female nudes are so fucking rare that you can sell them on OnlyFans for like $5.
You guys will catch me out. You guys will catch me out.
But it is porn, you get porn for free.
That's true.
I think it's about like the specific person, like having a connection with that person.
Oh, there's niches as well though. Like
That's true.
sometimes you want to, like if you want to get the real niche shit, like you have to pay.
Yeah, I guess that feels more exclusive.
how niche are you going, sir?
Well, I'm not. No, look, it's not about. It's not about me.
I want
It's-
chicks that look exactly like my father.
And that's just women squirting into egg cups.
Yeah.
Whoa.
The classic. I love that our generation in general has been shaped by these shock videos. Meat spin, eel soup, eel waffle.
Oh, don't see.
Go see.
Is he that guy that sang that song? I love that song.
Yeah.
Go see. That was nice.
Go see.
Oh,
Yeah.
Shattered glass and an asshole.
I didn't know it was shattered glass. I just knew he spread his cheeks.
Oh right. I'm thinking of the jar one.
What? One man, one job.
One man, one jar.
Yeah, the goatsee's the old man who
Right.
spreads his asshole.
Right, yeah.
Sure.
And
sure.
he's old, so his cheeks are super loose. So he's really
Damn.
I like how you remember that.
Straight from goatsy. I love that though. Like you can just drop a word, goatsy, and everyone just knows the stretch muscle.
Oh, blue,
Yeah.
oh, like blue fucking waffle.
Yeah, blue waffle's a little rough one. The classic's gonna be 2 girls, 1 cup. That's
I've luckily forgotten that. One man, one horse.
alright, I haven't seen that.
I haven't seen one.
I haven't seen it either, but I've heard about it.
Well, because I remember like the
It's a
joy.
must watch. It's a must watch.
I remember the joy of going to like
There
the
was
internet
that
cafe for like an all-night land, and then someone goes to the toilet. So then you go on to
Oh,
the
the
computer,
classic, dude.
and then you do put meat
Meat
spin on
spin
the
on the
browser,
wall!
and then they get back, and it's
It was always was it the net cafes where when you read those? Yeah.
Oh.
Meatspin.com. Oh, you changed the background to like lemon party or something.
I used to just take like a silly photo of myself.
Oh yeah,
That's what I used to
little
do.
like under the covers.
Yeah. Do you guys ever see Pen Island?
Mm,
Like it was
Yeah.
literally
that's what that's.
a website for pens.
So disappointing.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I did. Hey guys, go on Penis Land. Oh.
Pen 15 Club.
Mm.
Big fan.
I remember that. There was some chick that came out to me. There was like some fad going around. People were writing the word rape witness
Whoa. That's
on
a
their
big
arms.
word.
You remember it was in fucking Royal College when we were there, the fucking dumb ones. The chick Claudia who said she had 2 vaginas.
I don't. I think it was.
Oh shit, I got there.
No, but that was,
Always the what? Never the bride. Always the.
Always the what?
You know how you're always the bridesmaid,
Yeah.
never the bride.
Mhm.
That was the joke I was going for there.
Okay.
It's like, you two others get raped.
Yeah,
That was the joke.
They'll write it on their arms and they're like, are you gonna write it? And I'm like, no. And they're just like, we're all doing it. And I'm like, this makes no sense. Like, why the fuck would you write that on each other? And they're just like, oh, and then some other guy was putting, one man, one horse on the screen. That's a video of a guy getting fucked in the ass. By
I
a
mean,
horse.
I imagine.
The horse goes too deep
That
and
makes
he
sense.
dies.
Yeah, the guy goes.
What a way to go out.
What a way.
What a way to go.
I really wanna overlook
Happiest
that
man in the
song.
world.
You see that horse just thrust?
My darling, she's a feeling. Fever.
Oh yeah, too.
What were you gonna say, sir? What
Oh, no, it was that, he was talking about weddings, I was thinking about that psychopath thing. You know, the one where it's like a woman goes to, goes to a funeral, it's a funeral, goes to a funeral,
Similar.
meets the love of her life,
Funeral weddings.
and then she goes to another funeral like a week later.
What?
And how did the cops know that it was her that murdered the person?
Sounds like a good movie.
Wait, sorry, say that again?
So she goes to a funeral, meets the love of her
Sorry,
life, and then she goes to another funeral a week later,
What she got?
and she gets arrested for the murder. How did the cops know that she did it?
No, she got arrested by Margaret Robbie.
You know.
Oh, yeah, she got.
I think what the psychopath's supposed to say is she killed the person so that she could see the guy again. At the
I've
funeral.
read that before on the
Yeah.
internet.
Oh, I was just confused about who got murdered. Like, was she arrested for the murder of the guy at the first funeral?
No, she was arrested for the second funeral,
So she could see him again.
so she could see him again.
It
Yeah.
was just like her spouse or whatever dies.
Stalk him!
And she wants to fuck. That's basically
She
it.
down bad.
Well, she obviously saw him again because she went back and killed him.
Oh yeah.
No, she didn't kill him.
She killed the other guy.
She killed someone else so that he would go to that funeral.
Right.
That
is- One way of doing it.
You could
Hey, you
have
know
just
what?
said, hey, let's get some fucking coffee.
I don't have too many lines myself.
Hey, what's your sign?
Hey, did you come here often?
This is
Shakes the mama. Gets nervous from stuff.
Maybe that's a kink. Maybe she can only, get it up when she goes to the funeral.
She can get it up when she gets to a funeral.
Mm. Yeah.
Chicks with dicks.
Yeah.
Chicks with dicks.
Did you say Minions?
Let them fight.
Opinions.
The hit Pixar film, 2008.
Oh, I was telling you, I was doing a crossword earlier, and it was like 4 letters, person from Bangkok, and I was tempted to put a man, but that would have been wrong.
That would have been wrong.
Chicks with dicks.
Stop bringing up.
I just want to know.
Hey, let them fight.
Yeah.
Let them fight if you ask me.
I would like to see 2 chicks with dicks fight to the death.
Solely those two.
We go to Thailand.
I want to see.
I don't know. I assume so. I'm assuming you can get like a chick with a dick in Thailand because that's like the.
You assume.
Yeah, like isn't that where you get them?
That's what she made. Yeah.
You go to Thailand, you have the chick with dick store and.
There's a
There's a whole.
Yeah, you
There's
go
a
to
whole
the chick with dick store.
dicks
And then
are-
you pick them off the rack and then you put
Off
them
the
in
meat
and then they have a cock, put them in a ring and they have a cockfight.
It's ironic that it's called Bangkok.
Yeah.
Yeah.
They didn't
Maybe-
ban
maybe
cops
it's
at all.
fishing,
right?
maybe
Well, there's only one
Yeah.
reason you spend one night in Bangkok,
Yeah, they should have called it promote cock. There's so many chicks with dicks. Yeah,
Well, I don't blame it.
yeah. What?
Well, everyone used
What are you
to.
doing to people's ass?
Oh, you know.
Hello.
Have you guys seen this video? And it's
I
like
like
that,
though.
that
I like
white
it,
dude
yeah.
like gropes some chick in Thailand, and then just a swarm of like Taiwanese girls just come out of like off camera and just start beating the shit out of this like Australian guy who gropes her.
Yeah, that didn't even make sense to me. Why would you just grope somebody?
He would have
Yeah.
been
That
coming.
the fuck?
He would have been coming the whole time.
Yeah.
Oh, maybe that's why he did it.
That's probably why he
Well,
knew.
because
Yeah.
maybe he went to Japan first, because like that's what happens to chicks on the public transport.
That's
They get fucked up.
I like
Japan's fucked up.
Japan's huge fucked up. I heard that's why Samsung and shit, you can't mute the camera sound on your phone.
The shutter sound is.
Oh.
That's
It's
crazy,
stay.
right?
Right, so you can't. Yeah.
So
Okay.
you can't upskirt people because apparently it happens so much in Japan where Samsung's from.
Yeah.
that they- yeah. She's
Da, da, da.
I'm tired.
We're gonna improvise.
Yeah.
Bro,
Something like that.
yeah, but that's what I was like, what the fuck? That always struck me as weird. But then like when iPhones and shit, they're just like, hey man.
It reminds me of those like Cotton 4K memes. It's like,
Well, because wasn't there that thing? Wasn't there like those shoes with like mirrors on the bottom, so you could?
have you seen those? Maybe like that link or whatever, and it'd be like hot porn hentai something. And then you like you click it and it's like a video of a guy like taking a camera up the screen. Cotton 4K.
It's just you in your underwear, and then like behind you, like your family, your friends, just anything identifying you, like your like 401k, your passport.
Yeah.
Today's newspaper.
Yeah. Exactly.
Bro, fucking
Sorry, my description was probably terrible, but like
So I love
you want to get like under it, so like the top of the line of view that you can't see it, and then just like put all the pressure, so it's like crushing your thumb.
crush my thumb.
Yeah, just crush both thumbs, and then like you'll get yeah, it was a squirting noise.
I'm afraid
That's
of
when you're
this.
getting
yes, there indeed.
My thumb now hurts.
good. That's
I might have a beer actually if you don't. If you guys don't.
Oh yeah, man. Have the last one.
Oh, yeah.
Let me throw this real way.
Thanks, man.
Try again.
Oh.
Oh,
Is
yeah.
that supposed to happen?
Just swap thumbs. Well, like when you get more technique, then you
Oh, okay, so it's like a leveling thing.
regain the feeling.
Oh!
Mostly just feeling.
That felt
Hey.
good.
Yeah.
Whoa.
Like, because like you create the pressure underneath,
Right.
and then it's because it's a tight seal. It's got nowhere else to go
I see.
But up.
This is the last beer. You want the last beer?
but. Only way is up,
You beer?
baby.
Wow. We really like did the ballot. The full racism ballot. We hit Hitler, Stephen Hawking,
Yeah.
racism, misogyny. We were just like checking
The
boxes.
French.
Why would Stephen
Great.
Hawking be racist?
Hey?
Why would Stephen Hawking be racist? Expand on that.
No, well, not Stephen Hawking specifically, but he would be, yeah.
I think he would be a little racist.
Yeah, it'd be a little.
Maybe not
Just
specifically.
the time of
against-
day, you know?
I think it would probably be more of a Jewish conspiracy with Stephen Hawking than it would be like.
You gotta bring Super Hitler back in somehow.
Okay.
Asian,
No.
Asian
No.
intelligence. Asian intelligence.
Asian, is that what AI stands for? It was just a conspiracy this whole time.
Oh my god.
I've got a funny Asian bit, alright? That I was thinking about the other day. It's not a bit, but like I was telling my new boss, sort of new job, and he's like, he's an Asian guy.
Mhm.
And I'm like, the place I work at the moment, it's like I can't have a conversation with a customer because they're both cats. And like, sort of, I don't want to be running around. Like, yeah, I was basically just telling him, I don't want to work too hard. And the guy goes to me, who's Asian, by the way. I'm like, I'm really solidifying this fact.
We've got this.
He's an Asian
Yeah.
guy.
He's Asian.
And he goes to me, working should be a bit fun. And I thought, first thing I thought, I'm on some fucking like Asian hidden camera show where they're like feeding him lines. They're like, yeah, tell him working should be fun. Like the opposite of what like perhaps, it's Asian people hard working people. Probably the hardest working people. I mean, North Korea is a place.
Yeah, that's straight state labor.
Yo, they work hard.
They are a labor economy.
Yeah, they are.
They're hard workers over there. They're hard working over
Yeah.
Once I was standing outside of my flat, and this random Chinese guy walks past. He points at me and goes, "You pregnant?
Oh no.
You 6 man?" And then he walks off.
there. They're hilarious, man.
And I was too confused to be angry.
Bro, you should just be like,
That's kind of funny as well.
yeah,
That's brilliant.
Kill man, that's savage as hell.
But I didn't even know
He
this
knows a
guy.
lot.
It was a random guy.
That's so good. You just gotta look down at the balls on that dude.
He's just pissed off. He was like, there you are.
yeah,
Just like in this, it's like tin, 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 tin,
bro.
tin, 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 tin.
You should have just looked at him and been like, Ling Ling? Ling Ling? Oh my god, it's you. Ling Ling! Ling Ling, don't look out on me! Ling Ling, I am carrying your son!
You did this to me. Not only is like he's like different gender.
Yeah,
He's
yeah.
the wrong person.
And then you should have raped him.
You're right,
It's
Jimmy.
funny because we're talking about a man, you know? We have deeply sexist society towards and chicks with dicks. Chicks with dicks! I love chicks with dicks.
I keep getting back here.
No! I think we have a repressed thing between us. I think all of us
What's
need
the
to.
word for that? There's a word.
Sorry, us.
As a closet.
Futurami?
Yeah, smooth around it. That's the one. Yeah.
I totally don't know because I was.
Sorry,
You're very quick on that.
I'm just gonna take.
Very quick.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I'm just gonna take exception with there's something deeply wrong with us. When you're the only person who's talking about chicks. Don't rope us into your thing.
Guys with
Love a rock,
vaginas.
you know?
Oh, I've never thought about that.
That's hot.
Wow.
Guys with vaginas, there's a nice
Yeah.
little Dr. Zeus ring.
It doesn't have the same rhyme though.
What?
Chicks with dicks.
Well, no, just it's like it sounds like
Vaginas.
they got the same
Oh,
rhythm as like bananas and pajamas, you know.
Boys with vaginas.
Boys with
are
vaginas
coming
down the stairs. Boys
Boys
with
vaginas.
vaginas. Go behind them and catch the man away.
Bros of holes.
Bros
No,
holes.
you can create something.
The
As
bros
soon as
have
you
holes.
put it, it'll go mainstream, and then we'll see it.
That's what we want.
Bros have holes.
Bros with holes.
Bros with holes.
If you mask,
Bros
yeah,
with
you mask
holes.
And you sure got some bros with some holes.
Got what was it, bro? Got bros with the holes. Baby.
I love that song. Baby. Why can we not kiss the homies goodnight? This is my big question. Why is that gay?
Never thought about
I blame the gays.
Expand on that. Well,
Yeah.
Oh, dude,
Good night. No.
I hate the government. The government just committed like $4 billion to making more bullshit houses in Auckland.
that. Oh, cool.
But they said
That's
a few
good.
years ago, they were like, no, but they said a few years ago, we're gonna build 10,000 houses by like 2020. And then they only built 400.
Yeah, but to be fair, COVID happened.
Yeah, but to be fair,
To be fair,
10,000.
do you want to continue living in New Zealand?
No.
What about you two?
Nah, I'm gonna get them out as soon as I can.
You're getting out?
I'm probably
Yeah.
gonna
I just got back.
You are?
Yeah.
I don't want to be here.
You like New Zealand?
Yeah.
Cool.
Oh yeah, where are you guys from? New Zealand? You New Zealand?
No, I'm British.
British man.
Mm.
Shit.
As a British man.
But I'd live in the UK. It's just like my fucking life is here now. So
Oh yeah.
That's true.
Nice. What do you got?
yeah.
It's just like around that.
Yeah.
You New Zealand?
Yeah, kids.
You New Zealand
No.
man?
No, I'm not in New Zealand. My mother is
Isn't
a,
it be doing
a
this
Maori
if
girl.
I kids?
Oh shit.
Yeah, she's black.
Oh,
I'm
Yeah, I'm
black.
doing doing this if I
That gives
kids.
you the free pass.
That's right. I can say nigga.
Oh
Yeah. Hey!
I knew it was coming.
Hey!
Alright,
No,
what- what's your other-
I can't really say that out of the house.
Yeah, yeah.
All of us horrified.
Yeah,
It's like,
only
what are we
on
gonna do?
camera recorded. That's when you just.
I love
For
this.
the internet.
Yeah.
What were you saying? Sorry.
I'm not fortunate.
Yeah, mum's Maori. Maori. She's from South Auckland. She moved up to England when she was 16 and met my father, and a very sort of isolated Welshman
Oh, cool.
Oh.
from a very small like, little town in Wales.
Oh, sick.
And they had me
In there or over here?
over in England.
Oh
Over
shit.
here.
So you got the dual citizen potentially bringing up.
I got that goodness.
Yeah, that's awesome.
Yeah.
Lost the EU passport, though.
Sorry.
Lost the EU passport.
Oh,
I
that
did.
sucks.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's like Paris, you know.
It's space.
Yeah, but just
They don't like us anyway.
Where, how do you stay in New Zealand? You got PR or?
No, I'm.
You're an expat?
Citizen.
Oh, okay.
So I've got both passports.
Oh, sick. Damn. That's
Alright.
what I want.
As you well.
Mm.
It seems like the Canadian passport is a good one to have.
I'm a New Zealander, but I've been living in Canada, so I'm working to move there. So my partner's Canadian.
You've just lived there for so long that you've got the accent.
Well, my dad's Canadian, so I have got the.
Like you flit it in and out.
Are you a Norm Macdonald fan?
That's like that's good too.
Oh, what,
Do
sorry?
you like Norm Macdonald?
No, I don't know what that is.
Ah, god damn it.
Yeah,
Best Canadian, well, one of the best comics in the world. I'd say.
Oh, okay.
Who's left as well?
Who?
Norm Macdonald?
Oh yeah.
Of course.
Mm.
What's
Yeah.
right you off there?
I got Canadian parents, but I was born here, so I'm more New Zealander than I am Canadian.
But yeah.
Don't admit it. Don't admit that.
Yeah, just keep on the down low. I said to that when I was living back in Vancouver. A friend of mine was like, "Where are you from?" I'm like, "I'm a citizen of the world, dude." And they're like, "Yeah, I know."
What seriousness?
But then the guy was like, "You only ever say that if you're upset with where you were born." I was like,
Right, yeah.
That's so
Yeah.
yeah.
Or just upset with yourself. Yeah.
Yeah. I still don't say still. Nah, New Zealand's okay.
Yeah, it's okay. It's kind of like the.
There's too much
It's like-
text here.
It's like Kmart.
Mm.
Kmart's it.
Yeah, I can imagine.
Okay, that's good.
We're really gonna pin the value of this country on the Kmart.
Now, I'll tell you what, Auckland is Kmart, the rest of this shit is warehouse.
Yeah.
Warehouse.
Warehouse and came out the same.
Warehouse on a Thursday morning
Oh,
after all.
I bought these shoes from Kmart.
Oh, nice.
See,
Yeah, like $15.
yeah, Kmart's alright.
You guys been you travel to South Island? It's really
Yeah.
It's very, it's sexy.
very sexy.
It's very yeah, like it's got like rocks and shit.
Yeah.
It's sick.
It's fucking around.
That's right. That's
Yeah.
right.
I saw a mountain.
Which is a big rock.
Yeah,
Oh, we took a helicopter on the top of the mountain.
that's pretty sick. Or the Fox Glacier.
Oh, I can't remember. I was like 16.
That's pretty cool.
Mm.
Never been
I
on
think
it.
it's in Queenstown, I think.
Oh yeah, yeah.
I think the South Island. Here's the thing. New Zealand in general is like purgatory, such a beautiful scenery. So it takes you a second to be like, oh, I'm in hell.
Hmm.
Yeah, no,
We've all got
exactly.
nice screen savers.
We do. And, but like,
Where's the fucking Windows one? You see that? The latest Windows.
That's us?
Yeah, that's us. It's like literally an hour's drive southwest of here is the current Windows background.
Okay.
So you can just see it from your computer screen, right?
Yeah.
yeah, you don't need to go down there.
Yeah.
Yeah. That's like
So in your like purgatory metaphor, what is Tipapa?
Papa's okay.
Yeah, Tipapa's
Papa's alright. Papa's cool.
Is that
is
a
Sababa a
museum?
place?
It's like a museum.
It's
slash-
Well, it's the Wellington Museum.
Right.
It's a Wellington museum,
That's
which is
alright.
actually really cool.
That's
Papa
also
was
big, man.
Yeah, the big men, the World War One.
Yeah.
Yeah. We were both there at the same
Yeah.
time.
The big
We
man.
were both in those big men.
Oh, the big man.
Yeah, it's some big.
Living inside.
Love that shit.
It was a big man.
But like, I never
me.
understood like other cities because look, Auckland is Auckland, and I know the rest of the country complains, but we're just listen. If God wanted you to be a fucking winner, you'd have a goddamn Westfield. All right, shut the fuck up about how you come from the Coromandel and you're so fucking field. Shut the fuck up. Go down to that little dairy you shop at, and like go jump to the ocean and don't come back. You know what
I mean, I guess because I when I say I like New Zealand, I guess
Expand on that.
I
I
love
like.
there. It's always some like semi-depressed but like super chill Indian dude.
Truly wants to
Yeah,
kill
yeah.
himself.
Yeah, he like
And they're always Indian, right?
yeah, one foot's in the gray, the other foot's like I don't know, it's just like down to earth, man. I love the Indian guys.
They chilled out.
Yeah, they're
Chilled
super
out.
chill.
Yeah.
It's better than being there rather than the viaduct with a group of them dancing around like 3 white chicks.
Indians?
Dude, there was this I think it was an Asian guy at the this is this dairy that Jimmy and I used to go all the time, and they had this campaign, Tip Top campaign, where you buy a Tip Top ice cream, and there was like a chance that you could get a free ice cream.
Oh,
And we got the most disgusting streak, like 9 ice creams.
Sure,
in a row.
yeah,
We were
yeah.
cleaning them out, and the guy was so
Fucking
and so he's like, you can't claim another one. But we're like,
You can't.
we're like 6 years old, so we just kept coming back for like free ice cream. Like,
No, yeah, it was true, yeah.
we rinsed him. He was really sad. I was like,
He's feeling like he's like getting scalped.
yeah.
No, that was funny too, cause like, yeah, we came out, it was like the trumpet ones, right? Remember
Yeah, the
that?
trouble
Yeah,
was, yeah. it
And
was-
we'd come out and I was like, and I won one, and then I got a free ice cream, and then I won another one, so I gave it to you.
I
So you could have a second ice cream, and then you could, and then
We just kept going.
It just kept going, yo, yeah, we got like a shit ton of ice cream.
And by the end of the day, you were fucking that dairy.
Yeah.
Yo, financially.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, we
I'm
gotta go,
just
yeah.
wondering when the law of diminishing returns is gonna kick in there. You know?
Yeah, true.
Yeah.
But
It wasn't even about the ice cream anymore. It was just about ruining this man.
Yeah.
We got another one.
Then you're just buying the ice cream, it's like full price, you're like.
We drop the tag, he goes the ice cream, we just throw it.
You just make all this money for all of his ice creams, they have like that like deal like involved.
Yeah.
It's time for another free one.
Yeah.
This is the 14th today, like.
Well, because like
We're just throwing them out.
because in my law of the situation, like he's gone all in on the business. This is his dream.
Yeah.
Like he's remortgaged the house.
Yeah. And then two fucking 12-year-olds come along, just checkmate.
yo, if two 12-year-olds coming along getting some free ice cream, what's the difference
Well,
between
like,
you
then
surviving
like this happened, and then he calls his wife.
Right.
He gets home. His wife packs up. Like his wife's like, I'm gonna be staying with my sister for a few days. You know.
How's business going? Oh, everything was going well, but I tell you, these two children
Yeah, that's what
bankrupt me.
That's what broke the
That was the
back.
issue. That was the issue.
Yeah.
It wasn't me.
Bro. At the same time, the most disappointed look I've ever gotten was from an Indian dairy owner. And that was when I was about 12, buying my first pack of condoms. Because I thought, you know, you get the condom, you put it in your wallet, and then the sex will happen.
Cool.
So that's how it works.
That's the algorithm. Man.
Wow.
This is how it works. Well, yeah, I was like, I'm like way too young to
We
be.
grew up in a really like shithole little town.
So we go up, and I'm trying to like convince myself that it's normal to buy condoms at this age from this dairy owner. He looked so mad and disappointed. And I was like, please, the condoms, I need them.
Well, he's not fucking. Let's be honest.
Yeah, it's true, true. But
I
yeah,
don't think they're in a spot.
it was the slowest, like, it felt like a drug deal. Like, he slid them across the table, like, eyeballing me very specifically.
Right.
Well, because like kids today don't know how easy they have it with fucking self checkouts, right? You just go to the supermarket, you pick
Exactly.
out some condoms,
Just conquering it.
self, you know, get the condoms, the women's panties,
I haven't bought condoms.
the cucumber.
Oh, shit.
Yeah, you raw dogging, bro.
Oh, it's a lot of every time. Yeah, I roll the dice.
Oh my god.
No, because I did
prostitutes.
no, because I did date a chick on the
Yeah, we got a wild boy. That's crazy.
And the father. Holy shit.
There's been a few girls as well.
well, because I did date a chick on the implant,
Okay.
so I can afford on that.
Right.
Yeah.
Oh, such a vile word.
I love the word. Yeah, I was going to say that broad dogger. It's hilarious.
It's like disgusting, but
It's just so visual.
Sorry, I keep thinking you're a foreigner, but you're not with your accent. But you've heard of rooting.
Yeah.
The word rooting.
Yeah, yeah.
That is fucking vile.
Yeah, fucking root.
Yeah, I rooted this guy.
Went for a root. Hey.
Off a root counter.
Yeah.
Hey,
No one's actually ever said that.
hey Sharon, do you want to come over and root?
Yeah, it sounds like you buried her in the yard.
In the bathroom, man.
Yeah, I rooted Sharon. You
Yeah.
fucking wild.
Why does it sound Australian? Because that's just like
Yeah,
that's the
because it's like everything disgusting sounds Australian.
Yeah, that's true.
That's
They played that.
Other than I fucking raw dog did, yeah, because I'm a good cunt.
raw dog. Raw dog is most of the
Oh,
Oh,
yeah,
she was-
raw dogs.
Oh, she was so moist.
Oh.
Yeah, let me ask y'all something.
Most is universal. Yeah.
Monsters
You
is
said
great.
Monsters Inc. University?
Moist is
Hey.
universally
Oh,
appreciated.
okay. I thought you said
But-
Monsters Inc. University. I was like, what are you, Jack?
I don't mind the word moist. I don't really.
Yeah,
the
moist
whole
is
thing
like
is
going
about.
better. Moist is fine now.
I love moist. I hate the word meal. I was like,
We've
I want
warmed
a
up.
hot meal.
Hmm?
What?
We warmed up.
I know.
Yeah. I'm still bad on fermented. Like I know it's used in cooking, but when I think of fermented X, I just it's the
Yeah.
worst of it.
I don't know why that connects to this conversation.
Like fermented cocks, fermented condom.
True that. Yeah. Like,
Why are you
like
gonna
when it makes you
fermented
cringe.
condom?
It's like when
I'm
you
not-
You know, like moist.
Oh, is that like
makes you
ice
cringe.
wine?
Yeah.
Everyone's got a different way.
Like
This
in
is
prison,
fermented.
like you put the
Yeah, mine's meal.
you
I
put
don't know what
the you
fermented
put the
is.
thing in the condom
Oh,
and
it's
it
like if
becomes
you leave
alcohol.
it, basically, it's like
Yeah, I guess so.
Yeah.
Yeah, it could be that.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Like
it just
cabbage.
feels the same word as like moist. Like
How would you-
moist is wet, fermented is like rotted.
I don't think you're
yeah,
right
yeah.
there.
You don't think so?
I don't think so.
Wait, how would you explain fermented? It's not like
Fermented is
rotten.
like a fizzling sort of like it's how like.
Well, because
fizzling-
it's aged.
It's aged.
It's
you
like
know?
I'm
aged.
not trying to
Yeah.
fuck with it. Like,
Like
I'm not trying to like
Kombucha.
be
Oh no,
Yeah,
kimchi.
I know a
kimchi.
lot of things are fermented,
confused.
but it just feels like
You know,
It's
kimchi?
like the same process as
Yeah,
washing.
yeah.
Yeah, it's
Yeah,
like
it
that's
is, right?
fermented.
Like
Mm.
it's
It's just
getting over
cabbage
the
that they've left
stage
it in
at
for
which
fucking ages.
it's
That's
too
correct.
old
Until it's become
to be
bad,
the
yeah.
thing it used to be.
exactly.
Yeah.
That's next level.
So like
I
wine
found
into
out, like-
vinegar, that sort of thing.
I only found out like 2 years ago that pickles are just cucumbers.
I found that out as well.
That's
I was like
insane of you,
fucking
right?
mad.
Yeah, they're just fermented cucumbers.
That's just yeah.
Raw dog.
They're just fucking raw dog
Raw dog,
cucumbers.
bro. Yo, fucking, do you ever feel more alive than when you're raw dog with somebody? You don't know if you're on birth control or not?
God
Or if they
damn.
go
Why am I-
Only if she's fermented.
Yeah, yo, she's fermenting good, bro.
Yeah.
You know, she smells like a 3D.
Yeah, no, that's my text to say, yo, you fermented.
Just kidding, by the way.
We've drifted away that you don't use a condom.
Yeah, that's a fact.
Never once. I've had sex with
No.
prostitutes, Asian prostitutes.
Asian prostitutes.
Well, I think
who are-
prostitutes they do the measures that you can be pretty safe. They're not going to be cooking up for child support.
No, that's right. Yeah.
No,
They might be
there's no
cooking
pro-
someone else.
But everyone else though is like that's a risk.
Oh no, I've had a lot of STIs.
Right.
I mean,
So you just take it on the chin. You're like Ali. You just
You're like the monkey that ate the berries that electrocuted them and was just like, I'm just gonna give that another try.
no, you're like the guy that gives himself small doses of snake poison to like build up the tolerance to it.
True.
Mm.
You know, like if you get every STI.
I've got a super strain.
Yeah, you're
Well,
immune.
because you know what happened to that guy? Because he was a king, right? And in the end, like he got conquered and he tried to kill
This is me.
himself.
Oh,
And because of his
Okay.
tolerance to the poison, he couldn't kill himself.
yeah, that's like the Midas touch as well. Similar story.
I just get checked up a lot and get it fixed.
Damn.
I've had it all apart from the incurable ones. I haven't had herpes.
That's
I've had facial herpes a lot.
Well, you've not got the incurable ones.
No, I've never had I think genital warts and certain types of herpes. You've just always got it.
Oh wow.
I know there's like 1 in 10 Americans have a certain type of herpes. You just you
I heard that as
never
well.
get rid of.
Well, because it's not
It's a Jewish
symptomatic, but you can pass it on.
It's a
Right.
Jewish thing.
Hmm.
Yeah.
As long as you're like syphilis or something.
I heard it's so common, like babies get it from their grandmas.
Yeah.
Apparently the rates are like 9 in 10 old people have this strain of herpes, and then
Right.
they kiss their grandchildren, and well, now they got it.
Yeah, herpes is like a big family of viruses. Like you have.
Oh, isn't that what mono is?
What?
Mono,
Dunno.
the kissing disease.
Yeah.
Yeah. Also, like by the time you see it's old, you've got 3 different strains of herpes in the body. But those are key things to build an immune system.
Right.
Mm.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So it's
Herpes is
really
the way.
important.
Herpes is the way forward.
That just sounds
Yeah.
like something
That's
you're
American
trying to.
beings.
Yeah.
That just sounds like something you're trying to say to your partner. It's just like, no. The 3 types of herpes, they're supposed to build my immune system.
Yeah.
Really, babe? Come back.
No, I know, like I look like I've been bobbling through apples. But trust me, this isn't fucking.
This is a strong immune system right here.
Little Jimmy and all his friends at school have herpes. It's just an immune system thing.
Yeah.
That's
Yeah.
what it is.
I'm building my immune system.
Oh man.
Also, Father Pat has mysteriously been relocated.
Is that what they call?
Father Pat. And the Pat and the very hairy babies.
What is this jacket, by the way, may I ask? It's so like presented, you know? Is this like your jacket? Like you wear it a lot?
Right, it's very presentable.
Yeah, it's just like
it's like, hey, here I am.
it's like it reminds me. This is like spooner, but it reminds me of, like just the styrofoam jacket, like the iconic. Like this is what he wears. Is this like your night out jacket?
No, definitely not. It used to be when I was younger,
Oh,
and
okay.
I had no identity. I was
No.
kind of a funny guy, but at the same time, I'm not doing comedy.
Oh, okay.
I don't know what I'm doing in my life,
Yeah.
and so I had the jacket there to remind myself hey, don't try too hard.
No, that's not what it symbolizes.
It honestly is. Like, I used to wear like shit like this all the time. I used to go out with like big, like very, very like very sort of bright
I like
colors,
it.
and like yeah, it's like an identity sort of crisis thing. But luckily, I had it early on,
Oh,
and
okay.
not when I had children.
That's a good outlook.
And so when I look at that, I'm like, like you're good. Like
The-
just sort of stick to what you're doing now.
The jacket I see is like if I was clubbing
Mm.
and then a person came wearing that jacket, they would steal all my women.
Right? Yeah.
I love that you've gone to the effort of tucking the sleeves into the pocket.
Yeah, I noticed
I
that.
fucking love that. Because it's almost like an allegory for Josh. You know, like, because I feel like you do stand that way with like your hands in your pockets.
I do have a problem with my hands.
You know, like it's such a vibe though. I like
That's
that.
good.
Fucking love this shit. You should wear them off.
Where'd you get it? Oh,
I don't need it anymore. It's in here. It's in here.
That's God, redemption art.
this man.
Yeah,
That's the whole thing. I'm like, all right,
Oh, that's cool.
you got your shit going on now.
yeah, that's true.
You're in your third act.
Yeah.
You guys think you have kids?
No,
You don't want?
don't want kids.
Don't want kids.
No.
Why is that?
Your parents suck.
No, I don't know. I'm just okay.
Right.
I'm fucking gonna piss again.
Yeah.
Get out there.
I'm just so
It's true.
I'm just I guess I've just got anxieties because I've seen like
It's easy to fuck up.
it's easy to fuck up. Like I've seen like people who are basically ruined people.
You met me.
Yeah. But just because their parents fucked up so badly that they're essentially ruined people now.
Right. Okay.
I'm just like I don't really want that kind of responsibility.
Do you have any kids?
I'm gonna have kids. Yeah. I'm gonna do a rad job, and I reckon you do a rad job as well.
Oh, thank you very much. Like that's just me at 32, right?
Yeah. Exactly.
Maybe I meet someone, and then years down the track, maybe go, okay, well,
Still young.
yeah.
So young. Ethan.
Maybe, yeah. I reckon. I always say 5 years from now, but I'll probably be saying that 5 years from now.
Who knows?
Yeah, but you're in a serious relationship as well.
Yeah, so I'm kind of getting the when you gonna have kids from all the girls, but yeah, I
Smart
got
dude
another
on yours,
5 years.
wanna.
Oh, I always got because I was in a
Okay.
3-year relationship, so I always got when are you guys getting married?
Yeah, I get a bit of that. Like, yeah, we've been together for a long time, but we're still like pretty young, so it doesn't matter.
But still children.
Yeah. I never wanted kids, and then I met a girl like 3 months ago,
This is true.
and I legit fell in love with her. Like
This man got a
the
girlfriend.
second time I
I live
met
together.
her,
Yeah,
I've
it's the same.
I'm
Wow.
not even kidding. Like the third time I met
I'm
her,
gonna do it tomorrow.
I was like, yeah, she told me she loved me, and I was like,
She's worth.
this is a funny story, but I love you. And so anyway, for a guy who's never wanted kids, and by the way, was just gonna have a revolving door of women in his life, because it takes a village,
Yeah.
you know.
What's to get just a line of women just wanking you up, like
Yeah,
tired
yeah.
breasts, and then the next one comes to wank you
I
up.
was
Have you
just
ever had a good hand job?
Yes.
It takes a village.
Yes.
Used to reference.
Very
all
rare.
women
It's very
songs.
rare for a woman to get me off with their hand.
Oh god.
Yeah.
But like
Religious
one,
guys.
but one chick
Because I
managed to
specialize.
actually get me off first time with her hand, and I was amazed.
Yeah. But yeah, no, so anyway, I fell in love with this chick, and I think we're gonna have kids.
Was
Like
you,
this
is
year.
this the first time you've been in love?
No, I've been in love a few times. I have ADHD.
Isn't it fun?
But yeah, no, but like she's actually an amazing girl, and I'm just like, oh shit, because you know how some people like you do like them, or sometimes you fall in love with someone and you're like, this isn't gonna work. Because like, oh, that person's fucking retarded, or like there's just one very glaring thing, like they're a gambling addict or they're an alcoholic, or something
Always
about
something
them.
there.
The
There's always one thing.
wheelchair, you know.
The wheelchair, the bracelets, or Hitler. or
Yeah.
The sunglasses.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
But I don't know. I think I'm going to do it. You never know. I might be expecting very niceness.
Hey, she might be one of those girls where she's already pregnant and she's fucked you.
Oh, gee.
Sure.
And she's a great actor. I heard perhaps.
I heard. You know what's interesting is that I actually was always like mad concerned about that, like any baby trap, because I know a couple of people who got baby trapped.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
And you know about universal causation, whatever they call it, you know, like the energy that you sort of put out to the world, it's the energy that will sort of come back to you. Have like you're putting out those sort of like
So you stop reading this book. I'll put this away.
that is nowhere near any of those lives. That's like believing in the universe shit.
Yeah.
I've got a few friends that do, but they're retards, really.
That's not
look
true.
at
That reminds me of,
I love
I've never read it, but I hear so much of the book that I've like understood the concepts, but The Secret, the book The Secret.
Oh,
you guys
okay.
heard of that?
That's yeah.
It's
I think-
similar, yeah.
I'm pretty sure that's what this whole thing is about, is like just manifest.
Yeah, manifesting.
That's pretty much it. She's just like, hey, you starve an African child. Just imagine just imagine a burger, bro. Just visualize a burger coming
Just
to you.
visualize it.
Yeah, just visualize. That's the whole book. That's the book. That's the book. But like,
The secret would be great for like pedophiles.
Oh,
Yeah, no, it'd be
I
a
never
great,
thought of that.
it'd be a great sort of like.
Well, just visualize a child.
Oh no.
you know,
yeah, it's coming to you. Like, do you guys know anybody got baby trap? I know some people got baby trap. But you know what's crazy is that like I actually, you know what I mean? Like just.
Oh,
somebody that-
I mean, not baby track, like, but
Yeah.
he had sex without protection, she got pregnant, and then, like, kind of just had to get married.
Sounds like a song.
That's horrible. Do they have to get
I
married?
can't.
Not well,
Yeah.
I'm kind of a shotgun wedding sort of thing.
Got it.
Because her parents were like, well, she was also like, still in high school, I think, as well.
She was shot with shotgun.
She was like, I think she was like 17, he was 19.
Wow.
And her parents were like ultra conservative Christians.
I bet that's in there.
Well, he lives in Thompson now.
I wonder if
So
like
no, it's not.
No,
I wonder if shotgun weddings was like originally like a sexual innuendo. It was the sexual act that like brought them together. She shotgun, yeah, he shotgun. all
shotgun
over.
weddings. Bang bang,
And that's
shot
exactly
you
what it is.
down.
You guys
Bang.
in relationships with them?
No.
You know, because I just feel like I actually after like 25 years of being with kind of like, oh, I can actually trust this one. This girl, you know.
I'm seeing people casually,
Oh, yeah, he's got hoes.
You dog shit.
but I'm not really anything serious.
You gonna bump some kids into these ladies?
No,
I'm seeing people casually.
God no.
Nothing serious though. Of course
Like I
it's
always
serious.
bring extra condoms just in case.
This is the one. I'm seeing occasion.
Like, cause like recently, like, I was at a hookup and she was like, "Why do you have 3 condoms in your bag?" You know, it's like, oh, you know, just in case one does, you know, just in case, like, I really should through. No,
Ah.
no,
Just
just
gotta stack them.
no, like just in case one like breaks or some shit, and
Yeah.
then you need another one, because like if the
Because I need this.
because if the condom's gone, like the action stops.
Bro, just say 3 rounds.
Yeah.
Oh yeah,
That's what I was thinking.
Yeah, they call me. They call me.
Oh, I should have done that.
Very calm,
Well, I also
Johnson.
said like maybe like you stop one, sort of you stop for one, but then you want to go again later.
Yeah, exactly. Yo, 3 rounds.
3 rounds. They
They're
call
like
me
a
3
six-man.
rounds.
Call him the Warhammer.
3 rounds, McGee.
And one's going in the boot.
Yeah. They call me Warhammer 40,000.
They call me Gimli.
Do you know why? Because I painted myself.
Blackface.
Only Warhammer people will get that show.
I get it.
So fucking niche.
Yeah.
So Ace Vampires too, right? No.
Yeah.
I thought you came with stuff. I thought that was a joke.
Oh, right. No,
No, you gotta paint the figurine.
that was barely a joke. That was just like I said a thing, and I was just like,
You got it as well.
that was literally me saying something and go, oh fuck, I've got to say something after this.
That's usually how, yeah.
Oh, they call me Warhammer 40,000 because I'm covered in cum.
That is what happens with Warhammer figurines.
Hey.
They get put into jars.
There's gonna be a fetish.
Oh, the jars, man.
Cum jar.
What a cursed part of the internet.
Cum jar?
Wait, what?
Cum jars.
What? Like they put Warhammer figurines into jars and wait
Yeah.
from the jar?
Yeah, until they fill it up. It's usually a My Little Pony figure, but yeah.
I think we should execute cronies.
Yeah. What the fuck's up
I
with
thought the
that?
parties were alright. I thought they would.
No. Wait.
Terrorists?
Maybe they are. I'm just very hostile.
I heard that they were an alright community.
No.
They just happened to be grown men that happened to like a children's cartoon aimed at women.
They don't see the
Well, of course.
Yeah, I just feel like that's inherently wrong. Why do you?
It's
like
not
Mandarin?
natural.
You seem awkwardly.
Why do you like?
No, I'm not a brony.
No, you're not a brony.
Yeah, that's what first somebody didn't want you to know.
Yeah.
They were a
Hey,
brony.
guys, I'm no brony, but
I don't fuck
I'm not
kids.
a brony.
Who?
I don't fuck kids. But
Yeah, it's the butt.
it's the
Yeah,
bun.
bro. I knew a guy in high school who was a brony. He did his entire end of year speech in year 13 about like the community and how like a large portion of the demographics within the brony community are actually United States men and servicewomen in the army and blah 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 blah. And then everyone was just like, he finished this fucking speech and he's like, because there's 3 different sects in the brony community. One that believe that like season 1 to 3 was really all the canon in the show and the rest that came after was shit. And then there's people that believe season 1 to 6 is where it's at. And then there's people that believe that only the reboot is really the real My Little Pony, and just so much fucking detail. And like, he just kind of finished. You're supposed to clap, not a fucking sound. Everyone was just sitting there.
I
And
had a guy in high school who was he's like a friend of mine, and he was a brony, and I'm a pretty open-minded guy. I try to be.
I want to hear that shit. Yeah.
So I watched deadass 3 episodes of Brush 3. I sat through them. I don't know. I still don't get it.
not either. We just sat there and we're like, Daniel, are you a brony?
It's always a Daniel. The
It's
guy was
always
so
Daniel.
Daniel as well.
Oh, he looked like the brown. He looked like the purple guy from Monsters Inc. Randall.
Yeah.
I wasn't
Yeah.
expecting him.
That's what he looked like. That's what he looked like.
It's pretty cool that you can remember like the whole speech.
Yeah, that's
Yeah.
pretty cool.
Yeah.
Bro, like it was like that. They were like half an hour speeches, bro. Like they were fucking wild. And so we're just like, yo, I'm pretty sure Daniel's a brony. And then one of his friends was just like, no, he is a brony.
Well, he just explained for like 30 minutes that.
At least he's not a
Yeah.
fairy.
Furries are, I don't like furries.
I had the most fucked up
What's the
graduation
difference?
speech. You know those like end of year awards that.
Well, like the
Oh, no,
speech with like
this guy's a brony.
with a tail.
No, like the who's most likely to
It's gotta be.
like, most likely to succeed, most likely to have a kid.
Oh, true.
They fucking had one, and it was who's most likely to kill themselves. And it was
Oh,
this,
fuck.
and they put the kid up who had like cerebral palsy.
Oh God!
No, right?
That's very
Who authorized
I
this?
don't know.
Wasn't there a teacher that?
I
went-
was genuinely baffled. It's like this is not okay.
This is detrimental. Yeah, this
This
is
is not
potentially detrimental. to someone.
Yeah.
Well, there's your
Wow.
answer.
Yeah.
Did he?
No, he's a great guy. He's super chipper. But yeah, it's fucked up.
Yeah.
Did anyone kill themselves?
Just one.
Maybe they
One
picked,
that I know of.
yeah. Maybe they picked that almost sarcastically.
Yeah, I think
Yeah,
that's
Super
very
chipper
funny.
guy.
Yeah.
And he's also got that.
Maybe.
Sure.
Just as a category,
Yeah.
just like who the fuck came up with it? Second, it would have had to go through a vetting process by the teaching staff.
You hope so.
Did they just not read it? Did they just go, oh yeah, sure, fine, yeah, have fun, kids?
I also like the category that's like most likely to have like kids because it's like either like they're most likely to like to baby trap someone or they like fuck.
Was
Yeah.
what was his
It's either like okay or really bad.
wait, was his were his parents at the graduation?
I don't think so. He was a great guy. Just fucked up.
Was that Jack?
It was Jack Backer.
No way.
Jack Backer, yeah.
God,
It would have been more fucked up if you didn't remember the guy. Sorry. But also not because like who remembers that guy?
Yeah, no, he was a really lovely dude. God, one time we were at camp at Deer, because he was at one of the broadcast folks. We were both going to broadcast.
Yeah, from that, yeah.
Cooped yeah.
And cute, yeah. Yeah, fucking gulag. But bro,
I'm dropping in, boys.
bro, we were at camp at Deer, right? And everyone strips down to their boxes. So well, they dared him something to strip down to his boxes and then like run outside and then run back in. Then as he runs outside, they close the door behind him and lock it. You remember that? He was out there for like an hour.
That poor guy, man.
Yeah, poor dude.
He was fucked up.
Why
Always
wasn't he?
one of the
Why
best,
wasn't
yeah.
he the one most likely to kill himself?
He was the guy.
I was the guy that killed himself.
Yeah. But he didn't. No, he
He
didn't
didn't
kill
kill
himself.
himself,
Yeah,
Ah.
he did.
School's fucked up because like we make the rules.
Yeah.
And we're like these like growing little humans. We don't know what's fucking going on. We're all questioning like ourselves. And we're like, oh, these are the rules. We're like making that shit up as we go along.
Yeah.
We've got sort of like outward like influences from like TV and like what our brothers did or whatever, but just making that shit up.
Oh man. Where'd you guys go to school? You
Bringing to college.
yourself?
I went to Plymouth.
Oh, okay. Cool.
Yeah, so it was pretty similar. It sounds.
Right.
Yeah, it was pretty like bogany, pretty like pretty hearty.
Oh, my school was
Nah.
just full of international students.
Oh yeah, yeah.
Full of English, South African, Asian international students, and then white, privileged, North Shore Kiwis.
True.
I love shoulders.
So very white.
Really?
I love shoulders.
Strange man.
Yeah.
Know what I like about
Hey,
shore
Tom.
girls? They get I get older and they stay the same shore. All right. It's no fucking sense.
Anywho,
Go.
To your bomb transition again. Oh, man. I got.
yeah, I think we'll call it. I think that was good. That was fun.
That's a wrap.
Thank you, bye.
Let's go have a cigarette.
Yeah,
Oh,
sounds good,
please.
yeah.
I also need to piss.
I need to piss as well, I shouldn't.
I think I was in the frame. I'm not sure.
Yeah, you were, I think.
Oh, you had a look.
I can see it, yeah.
Ah.
Especially when you lean forward.
What do you use to record then? No, I mean the program.
Zoom.
Oh, really?
How funny is that?